Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you all are well. What's happening to Gilbert Jimenez, Martinez Golden? Good morning. What's going on, Kentrell LeGrew? What's going on down there in that Bayou Way? Banks, the boxing fan. What up? Fanon, did you by chance watch the Andre Ward Bomac interview? I watched a little bit of it. I may watch it today. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. Hey, what's going on, DJ? That says OC. Am I on? What's going on, OC? OC. That's a different OC, huh? Hold on, man. You have somebody being cute over here with the DJ. Hold on a second. Hold on, man. Hey, LR, thank you, brother. I got to see DJ OC got a wrench, man. What's this OC? It must be another OC. Oh, okay. This is a real OC, though. Oh, no, that's DJ OC. What am I talking about? It's just OC. Okay, what's up going on, DJ OC in the place to be? Spinning on them ones and twos. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my guy, DJ OC, on the Parlor of East Wheaton. That's Parlor of East Wheaton on Mixcloud.com Mixcloud.com /POEW for Parlor of East Wheaton. What's going on, Mac Majestic? Kai in the building. Brandon 404. What up? LR, man. Thank you, brother. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. I wanted to take a break today, but I can't afford it. LR, what up, man? Thank you, brother, for that huge support in the chat. John Henry in the building, backing it up. What up, man? Adrian Molina said, Fanon, after watching Trump talk yesterday, I'll pay for you to vote for Miss Harris. Yeah, hey, look, man, I'm gonna probably fuck around and go vote for her. I'm gonna probably fuck around and go vote for her, man. You know what I mean? I told you I did a video over there on MH Blackwell, and I said that the only way I would vote for it is my wife forced me, but my wife is gonna force me. So, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do it probably. Cosplay Kamala. Will y'all stop insulting people's blackness, bro? That shit is so fucking offensive to me. Okay, well, come on, man. For the half breeds and the mixed breeds, let me speak for the mixed breeds. Us mixed breeds are sick of y'all talking bad about Kamala with all these lame ass ways to try to say that chick ain't black. Y'all are lame as hell for that shit. Just say y'all don't like her, man. I saw that. Good for her. Yeah. It's more than likely she's gonna force me. Why they saying it? But Kamala ain't black because a bunch of dumbass, stupid ass, shit ass, dumbass shit. Her daddy is mixed, which means her daddy's black, and her dad and her mother. I don't even know if he's mixed or not. And then her mother put Caucasian on her on Kamala's birth certificate, and her father put Jamaican. So people said she's not black because her mother put Caucasian, even though you know her mother ain't white, and her dad put Jamaican. And dude, Jamaican is a fucking country. Jamaica's not a race. Jamaican's a country. So it's like they basically were in the early 1960s trying to not put black on her birth certificate because her parents were living in 1964. She born in, man, you tripping, boy. She isn't FB, man. You dog, get out of here, T. Orlando. You don't, man. We're going to talk about the foundational black people today on MH Blackwell. We will be doing that. We'll have that conversation over there on MH Blackwell. So what? Hey, man, ain't nothing. Yeah, I wish they would stop insulting her. Top is ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Mom is Indian, dad is Jamaican. Yeah, but Indians black as anybody else are, and Jamaicans are definitely is a country. Yes, I did. Kamal said, did you get my email about David Morrell Jr. trashing Clenelho? Berlanga saying Clenelho ducked 2 Cumans, him and Skull, and Benavidez. He went on. Hold on, William Skull is Cuban? I didn't know he was Cuban. Oh, he ducked a Cuban, an undefeated Cuban. Oh, shit. I didn't know he was an undefeated Cuban, William Skull. He had never been, he had only had one. Who did he beat? He ain't beat nobody, though. He's fighting out of, was he fighting out of Spain? I think he fights out of Spain, right? Some shit. So I don't know what that is. Maybe Germany. He fights out of Germany. Yeah, you have some black that don't want to be called black. Black is not a race, so I don't get that. Look, man, I don't really look. Here's my thing, man. Kamala Harris, Kamala, man. First of all, fuck y'all Kamala fans, because I say Kamala, Kamala, and somebody came on my live stream yesterday like, I can't believe as a black man that you mispronounce her name. Man, as a black man, I mispronounce all kind of people's names. I mean, like, Jesus. Yeah, Germany. Thank you, Kamal Oz. Yeah. Okay. You saw my video, Kamal Oz? Did you see that I did the video? Did you see that I did the video? I did the video request for you. MOV. You are a fucking moron. Stick to boxing, y'all. Fanon, you don't know shit about nationalities. Test me. Test me. Test me, son. Test me. Put your money where your mouth is, homie, on what I don't know about nationalities. Put your money where your mouth is, son. Put your money where your mouth is, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is. I'm taking change from people today. Test me on my knowledge of nationalities, homeboy. I would love to take your money. I would love to take your money. What up, J. Kobe? Corbin again. Hey, yeah, got to keep striving, bro. You got that right. Checking in, keep going, keep striving. Yes, sir. Fanon, in your opinion, hey, thank you, Kamal. Can you acknowledge that you watched my video, though, Kamal? I did the video for you. Okay, can I get some acknowledgement? Fanon, in your opinion, dude, my name is English. My name is English. That does not make me motherfucking the king of England, bro. My name is English. Fanon, in your opinion, can you explain why negotiations didn't fall through, if there was any? Oh, look, man. Control, you're talking about the negotiations for what? Kentrell, I'm waiting. You got to let me know negotiations. You're talking about I don't want to answer negotiations you're not talking about. I suspect that you're talking about Fanon, I would like to know your opinion on Republicans calling Kamala a DEI hire real fast. I do believe that is a equal. I will tell you this. I think that's bullshit. She gets elected. She's not hired. She's elected. So right off the bat, fuck off. How do you get elected as a DEI hire? Fuck is that? If that's the case, so was Bill Clinton for Barack Obama. Just got him because he's a white man. Hey, Fanon, hey, you keep saying Janan. Hey, Luis Beauchamp, he said, hey, Fanon, my last name. Oh, no worries, Angel Luis Beauchamp. My last name's French, but I'm Puerto Rican to the bone. Oh, hey, hold on, man. You know what it is. We rocking Puerto Rico today, man. We rocking Puerto Rico today. Shout out to Puerto Rico. We rocking Puerto Rico today. It's Puerto Rico's next in my heart. I know what that means. Diversity, equity, inclusion. He's lying, just trying to tease her. What are you talking about? No, look, bro. People, shout out to Puerto Rico. Yeah, man, I rocks with the Puerto Ricans. You know that. You know we rocks with the Puerto Ricans around here, man. Yeah, I understand what that is. That's the new phrase for diversity. You know, that's the new phrase for we're going to hire some black people because, you know, we need some black people or some Mexicans in here. We got that. But at the same time, man, that's ridiculous. She's elected. So how can she be a DEI hire? In order to have been elected in order to get into to be the attorney general or whatever it is, the state's attorney for California, that's an elected position. She had to get elected. So it's not a hire. She also got elected to the U.S. Senate. That is an election. She didn't get hired. She got elected vice president. You vote for both of them. So everybody that voted for Joe Biden last election voted for her too. So my answer to that is, and in this next one, she has to get elected. So my take on it is that, nah, man, she kick rocks, bro. Man, that's all the more reason for me to like her, T. Orlando. Helping that man out, bro. Helping that old man out like that. Release his stress. Shout out to Kamala for giving old Willie Brown some. Shout out to Willie. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Willie Brown was running shit. Tank and Shakur negotiations. Okay, because I'm hearing Tank the duck and Shakur a duck. The duck. And let me tell you something, man. Kentrell LaGrew, let me tell you, man. First of all, let's start. When we talk about these Tank negotiations and we're listening to what people have to say about it. First of all, Kentrell, let me tell you what the did she win the primaries? Yeah, she did. She won the primaries. Yes, she did. She was not going to get. You don't have to reelect. You don't. When you are the vice president, the president, once they become the Democratic nomination, the nominee for the next election, they don't appoint another vice president. So when you are voting for Joe Biden, who's in office with Kamala Harris, you are allowing, that Kamala Harris will be the vice president. You know, if something happens to Joe Biden, that she's the replacement for Joe Biden. You know that. For the actual office he holds, because it's in the U.S. Constitution. It's in the U.S. Constitution. She was a duly elected vice president of the United States. It doesn't matter. So what? She was selected and ran for vice president in the 2020 election. It is a ticket. Both those guys ran. The president does not run for office without a vice president. And when you vote for Kamala Harris, if you voted for Joe Biden, you voted for Kamala Harris because her name was on that damn ballot. So why don't y'all stop playing fucking games? Okay, if you don't like what she stands for, you don't want to vote for her for a president, just say you don't want to vote for her for president. That's fine. You don't want her to be a president, that's fine. You don't think she's black, you don't like her record as a her record in office, all of that, that's fine. But let's not make up bullshit for reasons to discredit her. You know full well if the president dies, the vice president becomes president. You know that. You know that she's actually an elected official. Sure, she was on the 2020 presidential ballot as the vice president of the United States. Which is an elected position. An elected position. It is the president of the Senate. Come on, let's just be fair. Let's talk. If we're going to talk about it, if we're going to waste my time talking politics and we're not on, because I'm getting pulled back into politics. trust me, within about 2 years from now, bro, I'm going to have that shit all. I'll understand everything that's going on, or a lot of it. But man, just stop. Just if you don't like her, just don't vote for her. Stay home, don't vote, whatever. But there's no need to call a woman a tramp. There's no reason to call a woman, say the woman's never been elected, which is absolutely not true. She was elected to the U.S. Senate. Man, dude, that chick has accomplished a lot of shit, man. Like, I ain't no joke, man. When somebody really does accomplish a lot of things in life, whether or not you like them or you don't like them, like, let's move this back to boxing real quick, okay? Whether I like Eddie Hearn or not, I know that Eddie Hearn has really accomplished a lot in the sport of boxing. He really has. He really has. He's put on shows in multiple U.S. cities, and he's put on shows in multiple countries in Europe and in the United States. Hey, man, I think he may have screwed around and put something on in Mexico. I think did they promote that fight with John Ryder in Mexico? So I'm just saying, man, give the woman credit, man. There ain't no need. Like, I ain't a big fan of her policy, but I'm not a fan of the Democratic policies because it's a party. There's a party system, so that whole party is going to do the same shit that party wants to do, regardless of who is in there and who ain't in there. Because it's a party. Support the live today on MH. But anyway, man, look, here's the link. Anybody want to chop it up, please chop it up. But please don't pull me into the politics on this channel. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be impressed by Eddie Hearn, but you can still give. But Hunter, if you're telling me, look, man, I need to know somebody that really understands how to promote fights in the United States, really knows how to promote fights in the UK, and dude, Eddie Hearn is on the short list. Eddie Hearn is on the short list of people based off what he's done. Big bro, Fanon, you doing the boxing on this channel now? Actually, I'm just putting the live streams over there and the morning live streams over here. But no, I'm not. I mean, yeah, I will on MH Black will do a little boxing. I probably will because it's on my mind every day. It's going to be hard to completely separate them. But the boxing video anyway, but no, this live stream is primarily for non-international boxing. But I am letting it play on MH Blackwell. And because I am letting it play on MH Blackwell. So anyway. Hey, thank you, Hunchman 1984. Appreciate that, man. That means a lot, man. Don't mess with Texas. What up, man? How you feeling? But anyway, so let me get to Kentrell LeGrew's question. Kentrell's question is about what do I think about the Hey, XL, you got to ask me that. Oh, you got to ask me that tonight. That's too specific, XL. I don't want to do that. But my general thoughts on labor unions is I support unions. I'm very much a nationalist, man. I'm very much a nationalist. I absolutely positively support unions. And is it true that the Democratic Party is the only party supporting middle class construct? No, I don't know. I have to look into what the Republicans do with. Honestly, I can't answer that question intelligently enough to tell you whether they're the only party or not, because there's only two parties: the Republicans and the Democrats. I don't count the Greens and all of that other stuff. You know what I mean? However, yeah, I'm a big supporter of the unions, and definitely rock with unions. And Democrats are pro-union, but they're not as pro-union as you think they are. They're not as pro-labor as you think they are. What up, son, child? But like I said, it's going to take me a little bit of time of doing the political stuff to catch up on what everybody's current thought processes are. All right, thank you, brother. Okay, so anyway, the negotiation with Tank. Let me tell you, man, what these guys are doing. Let me tell you what these guys are doing. They are praying for the comeback of Devin Haney. Did you notice that Devin Haney got put back on the pound for pound top 10 list? That's paid for. That's paid for. You got Bill Haney behind the scenes calling people up, trying to find a way to get Devin back on the pound for pound list. So Ring Magazine puts him back on the pound for pound list, takes Errol Spence off, moves Devin Haney onto the pound for pound list. So the trickle of Devin coming back is there. They're going to start bigging him up. So what you get with like the channels that are talking about this, because they can't talk about Devin, is from what I understand, they're tearing both sides down. Shakur is ducking and Gervonta's ducking. This will be the only fight in history where both fighters are ducking. Seriously, it's the only fight in history where you're literally going to hear a group of people say that Gervonta Davis ducked and Shakur Stevenson ducked. They both ducked. So what? I don't care that Errol hasn't fought in over a year. So what? Neither is Terence Crawford. They didn't take his ass off. Phoenix the Assassin in the building. What up, man? He said Dev got a fake victory and a fake ranking. Ain't pound for pound, it's pimp for pimp. I hope BBL Devi comes back and gets knocked the out in the first fight. Look, man, I'm just telling you that's what you're gonna hear. You're gonna hear hating from both sides, bro. Both of them. Those dudes don't like Shakur, don't like Gervonta either. Real question for you, MH Blackwell. Can you educate us on whether or not the Democratic and Republican Party came from the Whig Party? No, they did not. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party were in existence before the Whig Party. The Whig Party, I do believe, came around in like the 1850s. Believe in the 1850s. But there was something called... there were Whigs. If I recall correctly, there's like a Whig method, like Whig politics existed before the establishment of the United States, if I recall correctly. So like there were Whigs, but the Whigs were like before there was actually a United States of America. And in the United States of America, though, there were Democrats, there were Republicans. And eventually there was after, I think it was like in the 1850s, there became a Whig party in the 1850s that had the same ideas of the Whigs that existed before the establishment of the United States. It's been a long time since I paid any attention to that. But no, the Democratic Party did not, and the Republican Party did not break off from the Whigs. Whigs as a political party did not exist in the United States till the 1840s or 1850s, if I recall correctly. And I may not recall correctly, but I think I'm right about that. You can go Google that shit, though. I can't see that. No more cherry picks for Levy Devin. Okay, if Matchroom gets their hands on Shakur and Devin, they will fight before Tank, either one. Look, first of all, no, I don't think they will. Hey, that dude that didn't think, hey, come on, man. No, hey, look, man. Hey, on the political stuff, I'm trying to catch up too, bro. It's been a long time since I focused on that. That dude asked me some questions about some 1800 politics. D. Will saying, morning, Fanon. Do you know why NBA players can compete in the Olympics, but professional boxers can't? Blessings to you, bro. I do not. Well, let me tell you, there's been a shift for a long time in like what you consider to be an amateur and what you consider to be a professional. But so I think that I don't know if they can't. I don't know if they can't. That's interesting. Hey, TTH podcast said, what up, Noob? It's been a while. What's up, man? Yeah, I think they can. Yeah, professional boxers can. Yeah, I think they can now. See, well, I think they can now. I think they changed that. Because all of those Eastern European fighters that are in the Olympics, they're already professional. They're professional amateurs. Chico's, who is that? I mean, I still want to see the fight. Thank you, C. Will. Thank you for the support on Super Chat Thursday. Much needed and appreciated, homie. Yeah, I saw that. Hey, did somebody get hurt? I didn't see the fight. I heard that the girl cheated. The girl quit. I heard one of the Olympic girls quit in the first round. Like, I'm not getting hit like that no more. That shit is fucking terrible, bro. Seriously, man, that shit is terrible as hell. That's what I read. Oh, said they can, but they won't because the pay for the gold is only $37,000. Yeah. He can, but he won't because the pay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, said it because they don't get paid and they get the same wear and tear. Yeah. So yeah, they're not messing with that, man. But thanks for that question, C. Will. Appreciate you, man. They just look like grown-ass men. They ain't even trying to transform. I didn't see them. Hey, Giovanni, thank you, brother. Let me see, man. Let me look at this. Let me see if they got any new news on this. Oh, that's fucking terrible, bro. Okay, so yeah, they did it. That's terrible, bro. Algeria won her opening Olympic bout against opponent Anna in just 46 seconds. Keeley was okay, whatever. Only landed a few punch exchanges before Kanani abandoned the bout with an extremely unusual occurrence in a boxing. Headgear apparently became dislodged twice before she quit. She refused to shake Keith's hand after the decision was announced, and she cried in the ring before leaving. Is an accomplished amateur who won a silver medal at the IBF 2022 championships. The same governing body disqualified her from the last year's championships shortly before her gold medal match because it was claimed her elevate. Oh, that's just terrible, bro. This is so bad, man. That is so bad, bro. That is so bad. Jacoby Corping, man, I can't answer that question, brother. You have to send me a note, man. Please don't ask me questions like that, man. Or I mean, I can't. I'm first of all, I don't know you. Second of all, you gotta have to hit me up on the side or something like that. I give advice on all of that. You can do anything you want to do, man, if you work hard enough and you got some talent. The whole world is saturated, man. There ain't gonna be a single job you're gonna find that ain't got 50 people, 100 people after it, just like you after it. JD said that Olympic Transformer should line it up with Clarissa Shields. Nah, she shouldn't. She should line it up. She should line it up with a group of dudes outside. That's what she should be. That's what he or she should be doing. She should be sitting her ass down and going to fight some men. That's what she need to do. That shit is terrible, bro. Jacoby Corbring, no worries, man. You asked me because I've talked about it before. Shakur is Devin Haney 2.0. How do you go from Tank to William Zepeda? Bro never had any intention on fighting Tank. How do you figure that? Tank, because Zepeda, how do you go from Tank to William Zepeda? What's wrong with William Zepeda? What's wrong with William Zepeda? Man, William Zepeda is a good fight, man. Seriously, man, I get tired of the Shakur, treating Shakur like that, man. Dude, Shakur, man, like everybody says, man, all these dudes say some shit out their mouth that you be like, oh, that's contradictory, that's contradictory. But, man, you guys just do way too much when it comes to Shakur, man. In my personal opinion, you do way too much when it comes to Shakur. And the people that did way too much when it comes to Shakur didn't do shit when it came to Devin. You didn't do a goddamn thing about when Devin didn't fight Shakur. But make up in Kenneth Joseph and you're right about the Whig Party was a major party around 1850s. The Whig Party was the party of professionals and a large planter. Northern Whig Party members later became Republicans. Thank you, bro. So Shakur is supposed to sit out and wait on the Tank to send an offer. No, he's supposed to go ahead and fight. What's up, Jeffrey Brooks? How you feeling today, man?
What's going on? Trying to enjoy this good weather out here. Been waiting for this weekend for my man Bud to get another TKO under his belt.
Yeah, he gonna bash that cherry. He gonna smash that cherry. He gonna smash that cherry like a high school.
Right. right. Yeah, I seen your clip it was yesterday. About he made that statement about this fight is more bigger than the Earl's fight and all that crazy crap. But I don't think he was really trying to throw shade on Earl or nothing like that. I don't really think he even meant it as if far as number wise and a turnout wise. You know, I guess the way I'm kind of looking at it is, you know, other than the Earl Spence fight, I would say that's the biggest fight he's been in. Because you got to realize he's been fighting for top rank all these years, and it's been free, and nobody, you know, he never had a sellout crowd and all that. So I say there's more of a, I think there's going to be more of a turnout than this fight than any other fight other than the Earl Spence fight. So he's talking about different nationalities coming to watch him and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I think far as he says seems like it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, I can understand where he's coming from with that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's no question. No, I mean, it's not the biggest fight of his career, most definitely. You know,
hell no.
Now, it could possibly be, I mean, we don't know yet. It could possibly be a bigger challenge for him than Earl Spence. You know, I mean, depending on how, you know, I mean, kind of, I'm looking at the way he beat Earl Spence, and I don't know if he, you know, it all depends on if he going to beat him the same way. I don't know. This guy might put up a better fight, give him a little bit more run for his money. I don't know. You know, that's a wait and see. But I was kind of thinking that, but he's the guy, studying the guy, you know what I'm saying, watching his style, he seemed like he's more of like a lunge forward kind of fighter. And I think around maybe in about the sixth, seventh, maybe 8th round, I think Bud gonna catch him with something devastating from lunging forward like that. You know, I think he's gonna think about it after he wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was my I heard that clip too. Where you say, yeah, I think this the biggest fight, and this. Now I was like, okay, I know you don't mean that far as you know what I'm saying. I mean number
And
wise. I mean even
y'all are real funny with Bud. How Bud can say something and almost to a number, with the exception of Chillville and Rick Timms. Every one of y'all Bud fans always try to find a way to say he don't really mean what he said. He don't mean it. Yeah, but how many times does he not mean what he says before I can just say, dude, I know I can't take this dude seriously about what he says?
well,
You there?
I mean yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he never really because when they asked him that question, he never really broke it down far as what you mean the biggest fight. I mean, what are we talking about when he say that? He never really explained that. Other than it seemed like that, as far as he played the urban part, there it was more urban with Earl Spence, and this here seemed like is more of a, I guess, more of a global thing with the different nationalities.
Man,
That's
you
you know
know
what I'm
that's
saying?
yeah, I know what you're saying, and you know that's bullshit, right? You know that's bullshit. This fight ain't
Yeah,
available. It's bullshit, bro. Hold on, because number one, the fight is available in the same countries that every other Terence Crawford fight has been available in. Every Terence Crawford fight has been available in the UK. Every Terence Crawford fight has been available in the United States. And there's white people, Mexican people, and black people that attended every Terence Crawford fight. That the same type of people are going to attend the ones in Los Angeles too. It's going to be black people, white people, and Mexicans. There ain't no different crowd of people. The only different crowd of people are the people that are filming it. That's it. The only difference is that you're going to get interviewed by somebody with a British accent. Other than that, that shit, it's the same people. It's literally the same people, bro. So there ain't nothing. Hell no, there ain't nothing more about it.
You don't believe he drew a little more of a bigger fan base since the Earl Spence fight?
No.
You don't think he's getting a little bit more airtime since then?
If he grew his fan base, it's going to be more of the same fan base. It's going to be Mexicans, blacks, and white people up in that place by and large. And the same people that go to fights in California, that go to all the fights in California, are going to be there. The same people are going to be watching his fight on ESPN Plus when they sell that pay-per-view on ESPN Plus. That have watched all his fights on ESPN. And he's going to have his fight available on DAZN. So, yeah, I guess the DAZN people that watch will be new. But other than that, it's the same damn group of people. It's the same. We already.
Okay.
Look what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm gonna say.
Hold on, Jeffrey. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, my fault.
Jeffrey, you know that everybody already in Britain already knows who Gervonta Davis is, right? Like all the fight fans, they all know him. The fight fans in Canada, they already know him. The ones inside Turkey Al-Sheikh wasn't asked. Hey, he didn't ask when Turkey Al-Sheikh had Gervonta's name brought up. He didn't say, who is he? I don't know who he is. Where is he from? Dude, everybody knows American boxing. American boxing is global. We are global. We're the center of global boxing, the United States of America. Think about how every country, the main fighter from almost every country, where do they fight? They fight in the United States. The biggest name Mexican fighter fights in the United States. The biggest name Canadian fighter fights in the United States. For the most, if Turkey Al-Sheikh was not paying all that money to take the fights to Saudi Arabia, if they could sell in the United States, the biggest name British fighters would be fighting in the United States. That's just a lie. That's something that people that are not from the United States always want to act like they're global and we're not. when the fact of the matter is we're global, and for the most part, they got domestic fights going on. Mexico's got the majority of Mexicans fights are domestic level Mexican fights. Most of the fights that take place in Canada are domestic level Canadian fights. Most of the fights that take place in the UK are domestic level UK fights. And then when you get to the world level, the Ukrainians come to the United States to fight. All the Ukrainian champions have fought in the United States or fight outside, or where Lomachenko, Voshtik, and Usyk all have fought in the United States. We're global, man. We're global. So for Terence Crawford to say it feels more global, like, nah, man, you mean you didn't have to talk to no Negroes when you was trying to make the fight. That's what you mean. You mean you didn't have to call that Negro, you didn't have to listen to that black ass voice of Al Heyman. Hey, how you doing? You didn't have to hear no voice. That's what he's talking about.
Well, I think a lot of people after watching didn't know who Terence Crawford was before the Earl Spence fight. Watched the Earl Spence fight, and then now they say, "Oh, that's the guy that beat Earl." Okay, I think I might want to tune in and see what else he's gonna do. I think he attracted those kind of fans who didn't know who he was beforehand. That's all. But I mean, I don't.
Wishful thinking. I know you're out here on this wishful thinking. It's amazing how a major ass whooping doesn't necessarily transition. You know what I mean?
Well, I tell you, it's got Eddie Hearn's attention. It's got him wanting to spend money with him.
Man, look. He'd have taken. Hey, who you think he'd be fighting? Who you think he'd be fighting if he could get him? Well, there's no. Look, man. Yeah. All right, I'll leave. I ain't gonna mess with y'all too much. Y'all got our blood fans.
Man, hey, it is what it is. Man. I'm gonna see a good fight this weekend, man. See him knock that boy out and work his way on up there to Canelo. Hopefully. But,
hey, Iceman Vamp said, other than ticket sales, pay-per-view buys, and general interest, it's a bigger fight. Yeah. Other than that, dog. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, other than the size of the arena, also the size of the arena, the number of belts on the line. There's some other things, but it's close.
Well, is that bigger than what he was fighting in Madison Square Garden at first? Is that bigger than?
It's bigger. I think this fight is bigger than the David Avenetian fight on BLK Prime. That's what I'll say. I think it's bigger than the David Avenetian fight on BLK Prime.
Yeah.
That's all I can give you, because on the real, it's not as big as the Sean Porter fight.
Well, he gonna give him. I think he gonna give him a better challenge. I think he gonna give Bud a better challenge up there at 154. Bud gonna see how they hit. Bud gonna get to see how that 154 punch feel. And
Yes, sir. Hey, let me get Big Coffee back up here, man. Thanks, Jeffrey Brooks.
Oh, okay.
Come back in again, though. Hey, are you subscribed over to NH Blackwell?
No.
Okay, so here's a link. I'm gonna put a link. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Damn. Let me put a link. Hey, man, click this link and subscribe over there, because we be having afternoon live streams on this new channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, where we talk about things that are not boxing and all of that stuff. So here, click this link. I put the link in the chat. Click that link, subscribe, hit the bell icon, so you can jump on on some of the live streams we do in the afternoon. Because we're not going to just talk about. We'll talk about all kind of stuff on that channel.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah. All right, bro. Yeah, lock me in, man. Lock me in over there, man.
Get back on it.
All right, brother. Get back.
Okay, most definitely.
All right, peace. Yes, sir. Big Kafka, what up, man?
Good morning, brother. How you been, man? I haven't been up here in a while.
Man, you about to say some crazy shit about Shakur. What's up? I know you about to say some crazy shit about Shakur that I ain't gonna like. Go ahead.
Actually, I had a few things I was gonna say. Actually, I'm gonna hold the Shakur for last. First, I was thinking about this Pitbull and Rayo fight, and I'm like, everybody counting Rayo out like, he's some kind of scrub. Like Pitbull just gonna walk through this man. Like now, I do admit, Rayo, he's a very emotional fighter. Like he'll go in there and fight. He wears his emotion on his sleeves, and as soon as he gets cracked, he ready to just throw them things. And that could be very dangerous with Pitbull. But I feel like Pitbull is going to be very surprised with this man. This man definitely has the ability to probably knock Pitbull little short no neck self out. I wouldn't be surprised if El Rayo upsets Pitbull. And another thing I was gonna say is I'm praying that Madrimov upsets Bud. Like I'm praying every night that Madrimov upsets Bud. Because
damn, you praying for the downfall of Bud?
Yeah, praying to Jesus Christ.
Man, I knew you was a hater, Big Kafka. Damn.
Man, I just need Bud to realize that there's weight classes for a reason, and I don't think I think he got the lesser version of Spence, and he's riding off this W like he's just the man, and I don't like it. Same thing with Shakur, but I really didn't get up here to hate on Shakur, honestly. Like,
thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Shakur, y'all out here killing Shakur, man. Y'all be out here killing Shakur.
I do think.
Hey, Ringside. Hold on a second. Ringside with LCD. The reason that your super chat is not working is because you're on the MH Blackwell channel, and the MH Blackwell channel is not monetized. If you're on the MH Blackwell channel, let me tell you how many of y'all over there. Of the 58 people over there on MH Blackwell channel, y'all got to support in the Cash App. That's the only way you can support over there. If you want to support, and I definitely appreciate your support, it is needed and appreciated. If you want to do it in the super chat, you got to be over on For Non-International Boxing, because that's the channel that's actually monetized. Everybody over there at MH Blackwell, I'm giving you free content because I ain't making no dough over there. So, but we are growing it to monetize it and doing all that. So your support is very important. But just understand that there is no Cash App. I mean, there is no super chat over there on MH Blackwell. But go ahead, Big Kafka.
But the Cash App work better.
But that Cash App be working like a champ. That Cash App be ding ding. Just make sure you go to Martin. Make sure it says Martin on the Cash App. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Anytime I support, I make sure I always Cash App. Even though the super chat, I have issues with it sometimes, but Cash App is just much easier for me anyway, so I always make sure I send that to you through Cash App. But
appreciate that.
So yeah, what's it called? Sorry. As far as Shakur, I do think he ducked Tank because I don't think he had any intentions of fighting Tank. He already had this Williams Zepeda fight, planned out. And he really just wanted to, get some buzz around him. And that's what all these guys keep doing to Tank. Like, Tank has never done this throughout his entire career. He never had to attach his name to anybody. I mean, sure, people say, oh, he got lucky with Floyd and blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, that's his promoter. What do you want him to do? If your promoter isn't riding for you like Floyd did for Tank, then that's your problem. You need to take that up with your promotion, because Tank has never tried to he's never tried to clout chase any boxer. He's never tried to take somebody's position. He's never tried to do any of that. All he did was get in that ring and let his gloves do the talking. And that's what these little young dudes need to learn. Like, Shakur needs to just let his gloves do the talking. Let his skill do. Everybody knows Shakur is very talented and very skillful, but he always starts talking this tough guy shit like he's some kind of power puncher that's just gonna beat somebody up, and he's not. Why don't he just say, you know what, I'm gonna outplay you. There's different terminologies he can use, but he says, oh, I'm gonna beat you up. You're not beating anybody up, Shakur. You're not beating anybody up, man. I'm sorry. Like I'll go in that ring if I was gonna make 50 racks, I'll go in that ring and let Shakur put them hands on me. I don't give a damn because I know I'll walk right out of that ring.
Nigga, you will die. Nigga, you will die in that ring. You will fuck around and die in that ring. But how tall? How big are you? It don't even matter how big you are. How big are you?
I'm 6'1".
Okay, so you roughly the same size as me, dog. Seriously, man, that man may kill you, dog, in that ring.
Man,
I know
you worried about it, man.
amateur. I know you boxing the amateurs back early on. You get your ass whooped.
A little bit in the amateurs too, so it's like it's not
will
like
whoop
I'm
your
just
ass,
completely
dog.
going in there blind.
He'll whoop your
I
ass.
ain't saying he ain't gonna whoop my ass. He'll whoop my ass, but I feel like I'll be okay.
No, you'll be ass whooped. You'll be mauled.
I will not see the end of the round.
No, see, seriously, man. That dude will do some shit like this to you. But, I mean, he'll wind up on your ass. He'll wind up, dog, follow through with his elbow, all kind of shit.
That man go.
I have got, hold on, man. Let me put a pause on this, man.
Knocked out of me.
Look, man, we need to bring equilibrium around here with Shakur, dog. Man, dude, Shakur Stevenson is one of the best fighters in boxing, man. That dude, is he, hey, does Ring have him on the pound for pound list? They better not. They better not have Devin Haney above him on and not have, hold on. I got to go look at Ring Magazine rankings real quick. Hold on. They bet not.
I think they put Devin at 10, which is crazy to me. I don't even know how the man's still on the list.
Oh, fuck out of here. Dude, they got Devin on there, and they ain't got Shakur on there. If you don't get your ass out of my face, they got this dude.
For that one.
The disrespect, bro. Oh, my God. The disrespect of the great Shakur. They got Shakur ranked at number 4 in the lightweight division. Man, if you do not get the fuck out of here, they got William Zepeda and Lomachenko ahead of Shakur. Man, let me tell you, so I am so disgusted by the disrespect of Shakur. They've got Shakur. They've got Devin Haney ahead of him.
Wonders.
Blasphemy. That shit is blasphemy.
I think it's because of how many times Devin got up after being knocked down. You know, those things go into account. They're like, oh, this man's a fighter. He just kept getting back up, ready to go right back in there. I ain't gonna lie, Devin showed.
Then why they take? Well, then why did they? Then why they take Errol off? Errol got knocked down and kept getting up. They still put his ass off the list.
But the thing is, well, I guess also because that was a TKO. You know, they had to stop that fight. They didn't have to stop Devin. The ref was able to like cheat his way into a decision somehow. And also technically, according to boxing, that fight didn't happen. Technically, Devin never lost. So I could see how they have him on the pound for pound list. I guess I could see that. But also I have a topic I wanted to talk to you about on the MH Blackwell channel. I don't know if you've seen about the Algerian boxer lady man thing. Cracking.
You don't know what I've been training like. You don't know the vision I have. You do now. No, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong. I don't know if Ryan Garcia is taking the fight serious or not.
Okay.
I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong.
You remember that?
Wow. Oh yeah, I remember that for sure.
See, yeah, but that's pound for pound top 10. Pound for pound top 10.
Technically, according to boxing, that didn't happen. according to those guys.
Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle.
Whoop.
NGQ, doing what I do. All white, looking nice. Okay.
Yeah, that's my shit right there. NGQ, do what I do.
Dog, you saw that, right?
I seen it. I think the whole world seen it, man.
That ass whooping is real. Hey, what up? What's up, Nicholas Simmons? Go ahead, man. So what were you saying? I wanted to remind you that ass. Would you like to see another Devin Haney ass whooping? I got him on deck.
Nah, I see them more. I watch that video a lot.
Okay. That's top 10 pound for pound. I'm wrong.
What I was gonna say is, I don't know if you heard about the whole thing with the Olympics. I think they said it was a transsexual Algerian man, woman.
Yes,
apparently fracturing.
Yes, the name. Actually, let me go ahead and yes, they fought. See, they fought the woman woman fought, wound up fighting of a woman that was born a woman and hit her so hard her headgear came off and she quit 46 seconds into it and was like, this is a man. This is too much. They're not hitting like a woman. Yeah. And that shit is an absolute fucking tragedy. And it's absolutely ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, I actually watched the fight, and that dude is a man. That the way he, like, you know how you can tell when people, like, start squaring up and the shoulders get like you can tell that is a man. But I was doing some research, and they were actually saying that the Algerian was born a woman. Like, I don't know what the term. I think, what is it called? The hermaphrodite. There we go. That word always gave me problems. But yeah, apparently that person is a hermaphrodite, and that's why they were finding both X and Y chromosomes or whatever. But technically, that's a girl. I was doing research, and they said that's a woman. And it tripped me out because the way she was fighting,
if you do enough research, Caitlyn Jenner is a girl. But I don't want to get demonetized on this live stream, so let me drop that topic.
No. I'm serious. It's not Caitlyn Jenner of trans.
Nigga, I'm being serious. I'm gonna get demonetized on this live stream if I keep talking about this.
Person
did you hear me?
Woman. She just
did you hear me?
Go ahead. I missed it.
I don't want to get my chat. I don't want to get this live stream demonetized. So I can't talk about it in great depth. We're talking about it a good amount, but more than likely I'm going to get demonetized for that. They don't play with that shit. But anyway, yeah, you don't be listening sometimes. But hey, man, I'll get back. Big Kafka, come on back, bro.
For sure.
All right, man, get back. Yeah, I gotta structure it a little bit, man. I can't be getting onto that. If they, yeah, you know what I mean. No, sometimes it's tough to listen sometimes when you're talking. Slogan one, you're funny. What do you say? The best boxing channel on YouTube can mess that up. Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Eddie Cave said, now you into politics, homeboy. First of all, Jay Morales, I'm not your homeboy. I mean, I live in politics, man. Am I into politics? No, I'm into life in general, and that's just a part of it. That's not true, Jay Morales. A bunch of people voted for her. They voted for her for vice president last year in 2024. You just don't make shit up. What do you mean nobody voted for her? If nobody, the only way she's going to be the U.S. president if there's a bunch of people vote for her. So she's not the president yet. She's got to get voted for. That's some fake shit. Yeah, it's just terrible, man. I feel sorry for that lady. And honestly, that, man, that's crazy, man. I didn't see the fight, though. I guess I should look at the fight real fast. What is this person's name? They don't show the video. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to see if I can catch a video of it real quick. All right, I'm looking at it. That's fucking ridiculous. That's a boy. Dude, that shit is a dude. Dude, that is a fucking dude. That you can just look at how he thought. That's a dude, man. That is a straight up dude. That is, I'm sorry, man. Like, I know, but dude, that is like a skinny dude. That's a dude. Dude, oh man, that is so bad, man. They working hard to get boxing thrown out. Let me see. Oh, that's a dude. That's not even a little dude. That's a straight up dude, man. That's crazy. How terrible. That's just absolutely terrible, man. Anyway, Kamala gets all the hate, but Trump get a pass. Oh, I saw he's a man. Hey, honestly, hey, Barbara D. Yeah, it's crazy. It is. I mean, whatever, man. Honestly, I was thinking more about how Hillary Clinton got a pass. How is Kamala Harris sleep her way to the top and Hillary Clinton didn't? You know what I'm saying? She was never elected to anything and was up in that White House, and then got elected as Senate in a state she ain't even live in. Like she got elected to the U.S. Senate in New York, and she's not from New York. Moved to New York City just to become the Senate. Moved to New York State just to become the senator. Just to become the senator. Oh, we're here now. I'm running for Senate. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Looking tight. Let me put this link up in here, man. Ooh, what is this? All right. Looking tight. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, well, I said New York State. Harlem's in New York State. I just didn't know exactly where she was. Anyway. Nah, you don't want that dude to fight Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields will screw around and get hurt. Nah, man, you don't want that. Clarissa Shields shouldn't fight that person. That dude may beat Clarissa Shields. That person may beat Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields absolutely should not fight her. Fight him, her. No way. No way. Had that person go hook up with Victor Conte, all of a sudden, man, please. Turkey got money to F off. He's paying for his own entertainment, men, boy. Nah, it's not his money, man. That dude is connected to the military, man. Nah, Clarissa don't want to fight Keith Thurman, man. Technically, is physically what? Impossible. No person can be born full male or full female. They may have both, but only can be dominant. That boxer is a male. Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Haney's undefeated with an ass whooping. He's not. His ass got, what the fuck? Hey, dude, look, it's the Olympic boxer. Hey, look, it's the Olympic boxer, Jermaine Wells. Dog, what's wrong with you, man? You got to get the fuck up out of here, homie. Goodbye. Goodbye. That was funny. That was funny. You're out of here, homie. Can somebody block that dude with his belly showing? Jermaine Wells. Can you please block? I don't want to look at your belly, man. You gotta beat it, dog. You gotta beat it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta beat it, man. You gotta beat it. Now we got biologists in boxing. Hey, man. Hey, anyway, Harris and Megan the Stallion twerking in Atlanta, shaking her butt. That's new. First of all, man, let me tell you something, bro. I hate to say it. Dog, you have no clue. Man, chill. Man, Kamala, dog, you tripping about, man. Y'all tripping. You know Kamala got it in now. Kamala got it in. Get it in. Atlanta shaking her butt. That's new. And Guo better not fight that dude. They need to stop this ASAP. It's going to mess up boxing, mess up what happens. Look, man, it's all right, bro. I ain't tripping. Go on ahead and do it, man, and ruin women's boxing. They'll stop putting on shows, and then, all of a sudden, dog, you'll have to fight men. Make unisex boxing so there is no women's boxing. They just make it all unisex. There will be no women boxers. Make basketball unisex. There will be no female basketball players. No female professional basketball players. Women would stop playing basketball at around the age of 8. They would stop sports around the age of 8 to 10, 8 to 10 years old, when they can no longer do anything with you. But I guess that's just my natural talent. I'm just more naturally gifted with large amounts of testosterone. There for the purpose of anyway. Crown, you making mods over here? Yeah, I'll make mods during the actual show over there. I don't know. Why would you say she's a horrible person? I've never met her for her to be a horrible person. Or she got a job like everybody else, man. Anyway, Kamala. No more political talk, man. I'm not doing any more politics talk till this afternoon. I'm talking boxing. I seen they had a unisex competition this year. I can't remember the sport. It was like wrestling or something. The only unisex sport that you really could have is chess, tennis at a very young age. She has the government's track record to get NASCAR. Yeah, NASCAR, bowling. Yep, NASCAR, bowling, pool, tennis, hell no. Hell no, not tennis. No. Definitely not tennis. Fencing, I don't know. Probably not fencing either. I would suspect, but I've never fenced. Yeah, billiards. Golf, no. Golf cannot be unisex. Golf, it's too much distance in it. Table tennis, no. Definitely not table tennis ever. Too much speed. Speed and power comes into play in table tennis. Darts like a mug. Swimming too, no, not swimming. Definitely not swimming. Archery, archery, guns, all of that. Yeah, anything that doesn't take any type of, as long as it doesn't take, cards, Uno, all that shit. Yeah. Bowling ball speed bowling ball speed matters. Well, there you go. You're right. That bowling ball probably does matter, but you can still get a strike. You were strong enough to get the strike, though. Not volleyball. Hell no, not volleyball. Definitely not golf either. Definitely not golf. Definitely not golf. Fanan, what do you think about Big Baby Miller versus Andy Cruz? Oh, I'm looking forward to the whole card, man. I'm looking forward to the whole card. I'm telling you, every bit of that card I'm looking forward to. So you can ask, I don't think there's a fight on that card that I'm not interested in. I mean, well, there are fights on the card that I'm not interested, but I'm talking about like the main card. Let me see. I feel really sorry for that girl because that's a dude right there, dude. That's just a dude with arched eyebrows. That's a dude with arched eyebrows. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Hold on a second. I'm gonna look at the okay, yeah. So David Morrell, yeah, I like that. Isaac Cruz, Andy Cruz, Steve Nelson, that's some bullshit. Steve Nelson. And yeah, hell yeah, every except for one. I think the only two fights are bullshit. The Steve Nelson and Marco Vasquez Rodriguez, that's a bullshit fight. But Jared Anderson, Martin Bacoli, I ain't this big on the Zayed dude. Where's the Zayed dude from? Saudi Arabia. Residence in a Saudi Arabian. They got a Saudi Arabian dude on there. That's a bullshit fight. I ain't tripping on either one of them. But other than that, Andy Ruiz, Andy Cruz, Antonio Moran. What? Oh, Andy Cruz, Antonio Moran for sure. Isaac Cruz and Jose Valenzuela. I think you said Cruz fight. You're talking about Antonio Moran? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's a 12-round fight. That's the third 12-round fight in a row for Andy Cruz. Or the fourth 12-round fight. Or 10-round fight, I'm sorry. 10-round fight for Andy Cruz. Who's gone 10 rounds is still yet to get a knockout. Hold on. Why they say? Oh, he's got a knockout. He got a knockout against. But man, 3 10-round fights, man. So Antonio Moran, hopefully he'll get a stoppage, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. Yeah, the whole card looks good to me. Ashley's Corner said, Fanan, I'm on your other channel. That's what's up. Let me make sure. What up, Ashley's Corner? Thank you for being over there. Appreciate you. I appreciate your watch time. Did Bud really say 60-40 or no rematch? No, I don't think he ever. I think he said 60-40 no fight. I don't think he said 60-40 or no rematch. I don't think that he said that. Oh man, my guy, thank you so much, man, for the support on Cash App. That's huge, bro. Thank you so much, man. Is this possible? It is possible. Thank you guys so much, man. Adrian Molina. Hey, he said, Puerto Rico for the shirt. Don't forget the gong. I will not. Thank you, Adrian Molina. I was really late on this. Thank you, Adrian Molina. Since Biden, my take-home pay is reduced by 40%. Woo. He ain't voting for Biden. Hey, thank you, El Chino. Appreciate you, brother. Business owner of a remodeling business, of remodeling houses. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, Los. Yeah, dog. I know you ain't about to vote for him. Hey, Alton Jones said, happy Thursday, man. Your content's the best. Thank you, Al Ray Jones. Thank you for that support, bro. That means a lot, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you for supporting the channels, man. The multiple channels now that we've. And my guy, what up, man? Mr. Johnson with the $10 holler, brother. Thank you, sir. Franz Kafka said, my first time not voting. Honestly, man, I feel myself supporting Kamala. I really do, man. Like I can't lie, man. I kind of fucks with Kamala. But that's just me because, you know, I like black women. And I'm tired of y'all telling black people that they ain't black people. As if. I will tell you, hey, Daryl McKinney, man, thank you, bro. Shout out to the Crunk Gym. This straight from the Crunk Gym. Shout out to the Crunk Gym, brother. It's good to see you again, man. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. Huge time. Hold on one second. Yes, sir. Dude, Superfly, go away somewhere with this shit. Man, let me tell you, T. Orlando, man. You guys need to stop that shit, man. I think y'all need to stop it. Man, come on, man. Let me tell you, she don't get a vote either, dog. She look black, talk black, walk black. Dog, ain't nobody sleeping her way to the top with Willie Brown and going to Howard if she ain't Negro cosplaying. Man, is she triggered? Man, I gotta stop y'all, man. I gotta stop you, bro. Anyway, man, no more politics, please. Not in the morning. I'm rocking a hard place in this election. Yeah. She said, I know Trump ain't. Nah, Trump is about as non-Negro as you can get. I'm gonna block you. I gotta drop this topic, man. All right, so what's the percentage chance that this fight, man? Dude, nobody likes to talk about Terence, man. Terence Crawford is so frustrating to me. She grew up in Canada. I could have. Hold on, man. We gotta time y'all out. We gotta. Stop. You're ruining my live stream, bro. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? I opened a can of worms with that shit that I don't want to keep doing, bro. I don't, dog. Look, there ain't no good choice for president right now. There is no good choice. You know what I'm saying? There is no good choice, man. But seriously, man, the beating up on Kamala, I don't really feel it. I don't really feel it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Can't tell you. I have to tell you the truth. I'm really not feeling it. I think that there's a lot of disrespect for that lady that is not. What? Sexy Red. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He the boogeyman of boxing. What are you talking about? Yeah, man. I mean, dude, I'm not really big on ripping that chick up like that, man. I'm just not big on it. I don't like any of the Democrats. If you didn't storm the Capitol, you got my votes. Nah, I didn't storm the Capitol. I ain't stupid, bro. I lived in D.C. I'm like, you Negroes are going to jail eventually for this shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, if they can write Harambe in, we should write to, oh, Lord. Back to boxing. Hey, man, somebody asked me a boxing question or hit the link, man. I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. We talk boxing all the time, man. So we, you know, we move off it a little bit sometimes every now and then. But, you know, I'm just not a big fan of the Democrats. I'm not a fan of the Republicans, not a lick, not at all. So I don't feel any way, one way or the other. But you know, you guys are just tapping on a lot of social issues that, for me, like I just never really liked that, man. I've never really liked that whole idea that one black person gets to make you feel guilty because you're not black enough for them. And for somebody's job, I mean, nobody's saying Clarence Thomas's ass ain't black. Fuck Clarence Thomas do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what about Clarence Thomas? He's black. Or are you going to kick him out too because you don't like his politics? Is he just so black you can't kick him out? I think you guys got a problem with colorism, man. That chick is most definitely Negro, and you know it. So I don't understand why y'all acting like you don't know it. Just for the sake of tearing her down. You don't have to. You can dislike her because she's black. You know what I'm saying? You can dislike her because you can dislike her whether she's black or not. You don't like Candace Owens. If you don't like Candace Owens, but you can't say, you got to say she's a cone. You can't say she ain't black because she's the color of a chocolate bar. But other than that, you don't like her any more than her. So it seems to me like you're just picking on something about her, man. You know what I mean? Where all the blue heart go? What are you talking about, Sky Miller? I'm not talking about you. No, it's not. It has to be you're not black enough. You're not black enough because the same person can do something, but you know that they are a dark complected black person. There's no question if that person's black, regardless of what their policies are towards black people. What do you mean she don't say she's black? You just making shit up. Get the fuck out of my face, man. What the fuck you talking about? Like, for real, what are you fucking talking about? This chick is black. Why are you fucking acting like somebody? What are you talking about? You're just saying shit. You're just saying shit. It's very evident that she is. What do you mean she's not? She's a fucking AKA. What do you mean she's not raised around black people? You pledged AKA at 18 years old, at 19 years old. She's a fucking AKA from Howard University. That's as black as you fucking get. What do you mean? The chick went to Howard University for 4 years, right out of high school. Yes, it does mean shit, T. Orlando. Yes, it does. Yes, it fucking does. You know how many black people there are going to colleges and universities that will never go to a black college? Do you know how many black people there are that would not step a foot into an HBCU? Man, get the fuck out of here. You're from university. You're from fucking Georgia. University of fucking Klansmen. You're from the University of the fucking Ku Klux Klan. T. Orlando, you are from the University of the fucking Ku Klux Klan. God dang University of Georgia. And you got, you're from the University of Georgia, and you got something about HBCUs? Nigga, you wouldn't be in that college if it wasn't for you HBCUs. Nigga, you bump up against white people, elbow. You choose to go to school with white people. You chose that. You chose that. Of all the universities y'all chose to go to, you said no to black people. And y'all got enough nerve to sit up there and talk about a woman that chose to go to school with black people, chose to be in a black fraternity, but y'all chose to go to white schools, chose to go to white sororities, and then you got some shit to say to us? You must be tripping. Man, UGA was free to who? It was free to you because you got the schools to get in. You Ivy League university of this. Man, hell no. You Negroes ain't gonna talk no shit choosing to go to white schools and act like a woman that chose to go to a black school, chose to do it when she was 17 years old. She was a kid that decided to go from California to DC. She didn't go to Georgetown. She didn't go to Georgetown. She didn't go to Georgetown. She didn't go to the University of California. She didn't go to the University of Southern California. She didn't go to Yale. She didn't go to Princeton. She spent her money and her time at a black college. Man, I got an A, man. Now I know you're trolling. Let me put you on timeout. And there was Mexicans at Howard before. There are Mexicans at Howard before. There were white people at Howard before. There's always been white people at HBCUs. But you cannot tell me you cannot tell me if you have not had the experience of being in a black fraternity in a black school that chick don't think she's black. Ain't no fucking way. That chick is out there at Howard University singing the black national anthem. I guarantee you that chick knows that shit by heart. I don't care if she went to Howard, from California and went to Howard. I don't care if she came from Japan and went to Howard. You don't go to Howard and pledge AKA if you don't think you're black. You don't do that. You don't do that. Yes, there are some white people there are white AKAs, but they know they're not white. They know they're not black, but the black people, man, stop, man. Like who chose Yale? Who would choose FAMU over Yale? Who? Paula Ramos would. Paula Ramos chose Howard University's law school over Yale's fucking law school. Thank you very much. There's a bunch of fucking people that would choose. There's several people that would choose HBCUs over Yale for their grad schools and for their undergrads. You arrogant motherfuckers get on my goddamn nerves. I'm for real, man. All y'all do is go to white schools fucking with your look. Man, you guys feel better because you went to school with them. You got enough nerve to sit there and you look down on people from HBCUs. Even though y'all wouldn't be in them fucking schools if it wasn't for people from HBCUs. That should be killing me, bro. One time, how can I help you?
What's up? What's up? Oh man, I was.
Hold on one second. Franz Kafka. Fuck Yale. Fuck Yale. Fuck Harvard. Fuck Yale. Fuck Cornell. Fuck them. Yes, you have very talented people at Yale. You do. You have very, very talented people at Harvard. Yes, you do. And the black students that go there most definitely are very, very well educated, very, very highly skilled people. But let me break the news to you. It's the black people at HBCUs that contribute the most to black people in the United States, because there's way more of us coming out of HBCUs than there are coming out of Yale. And you don't have to go to Yale to be a medical doctor. And you don't have to go to undergrad at Yale to go to Yale. There's a bunch of black people out of HBCUs that go undergrad at HBCUs and then go to Harvard Medical School, go to Harvard, go to Yale, they go to MIT, and they go to MIT out of FAMU. Out of FAMU. Obama went to Obama went to Harvard for law school. He went to Occidental for undergrad. He went there for undergrad. He went there for law school. There's a bunch of HBCU people that wind up going to go to those graduate schools. And there's a bunch of people from Harvard, from Howard University, they wind up being very, very successful in all the HBCUs. And let's not even talk about the ones in Alabama, all the STEM programs in Alabama, and all the engineers these guys put out. Anyway, besides athletes, most black millionaires come from HBCUs. Hell yes. Man, dude from HBCUs, black people from HBCUs be kicking it. And there's a lot of us. Anyway, Juan Thine, what up, man?
What up? This probably maybe the only time I have a disagreement. This ain't about the HBCU thing. I don't even know that. This is particular about the Kamala. She is Indian, and I feel that's okay. I just don't like this game that they running on real black people. What
are you talking about, real black people? She's a real black person, man.
No, she's not.
Okay, let me ask you a question, brother. Is Bob Marley a real black person?
He got more black than her.
No, she doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's got less.
So
his mother is white, and his father was mixed race. His mother was straight white. One of his parents is straight white. So he's not black. He's not a real black person.
And her mother is straight Indian. And
bro, is he a real black person? Bob Marley.
Well,
yes. Is the answer is to that one is 100% absolutely yes. Do you know who Frederick Douglass is?
Yes, I know who Frederick Douglass
Was he a black person?
He had more black than Kamala.
No, he didn't. He had less. No, he didn't. He had less.
So I'm like, this is thing.
His mother was mixed. Father white. Am I a real black person?
I think okay.
No, I'm asking you a flat question. Am I a real black person?
Yes, you're a real black person.
I have no more white in me than she does. I mean, I have more white in me than she does. More.
I think
more. She has more African in her than me. But I'm not black.
Well, when she was in California, when she became the state attorney general, she was plastered on the media as the first Indian AG, South Asian. They was doing all that. That was cool.
So what? So what? I'm Greek. They could say that shit to me. Oh, if I'm elected, I'm the first Greek president. Dude, she's not Indian. She's not a native. She's not from India. She's got an Indian parents. And how many black people do you have? Any kids in your family that had a marriage that had a baby by an Asian? Yes. You've got somebody in your family that had a baby by a white person, by a baby by a Mexican, a baby by a Puerto Rican. And in the United States, you are black. This has been the case for as long as there has been a United States of America. There were more people of mixed race during slavery, probably twice as many people of mixed race during slavery as there is right now, because of all those babies getting put out on plantations. White men having babies all over the place. Are you telling me their kids weren't black? Yes, their kids were black.
We know Thomas Jefferson. He was infamous for that.
His kids were black.
Yes.
So why would you say Kamala's not? Because Sally Hemings was biracial.
But they were black descendants of American slavery. even the whole essence of black doesn't exist in anywhere outside of America.
Yes, it does. It
made
exists everywhere outside of
No
America.
one
What do you
started
mean?
calling them. If you check the history, it was more nationalism. People started calling themselves black once it got popular
No,
here.
no, hell no.
Yes, like
Not
Jamaicans.
remotely, bro.
When you say
Making.
they don't say
People
black
have been
Jamaicans.
black. People have been black
I'm talking about
before the start of the. Man, come on, bro.
We talk.
They
You
call
talk.
it. It's.
You now you conflating. You conflating things.
You know what is conflating? What is conflating?
That's when you merging two things to the point of one. When I'm talking about you confusing African and using describing someone's self as black.
No, I'm not. People are described as black. People describe people as black people well back into the 1600s because of the skin color being black.
Yeah, negro, nigga, all that type of stuff. But I'm saying black American.
Bro, I can't. I honestly, man, I don't want to do a lot of this, but this is fucking ridiculous, bro. Prince is not black.
Yes.
Prince, he's not. Is Prince black or not?
I said yes.
Well, then what the fuck is the problem with Kamala Harris then? Is Haley Berry black? Is Holly Berry black?
Okay, so Indians.
Is Holly Berry black?
Yes, I could see
then that. What's the fucking problem with Kamala Harris then?
There's no. I have issues with her, but this is not a skin tone thing.
Seriously, just if you say, hey, Holly Berry's black, who has a white mother, a non-black parent, and a parent that is of mixed race, she's black. But Kamala, who has a mixed race black parent and a non-black parent, she's not.
But neither her parents have, if you ask them, any African lineage.
Yes, they do have African lineage. It's on their face. You can see it.
South Asian. I'm saying if you ask them.
Dude, is Anthony Joshua black?
Okay.
I'm straight question. Is Anthony Joshua black?
Yeah.
He has no African American lineage in him at all. Is he black?
Yes, we're talking about.
Thank you very much, bro.
We're talking about Africa.
Kamala, dude, let's stop this. I can name to you. I have named to you at least 5 people with the same demographic, the same genetic makeup as she does, and all of them are black, but she's not.
All right, for the sake of
nothing, bro. That's a black chick, bro. Let's be honest. That's a black chick. Let's be real. Let's not try to kick people out of the race, bro. Okay? We don't have enough good black people to go around as we got. Running around and kicking people out because you don't agree with them is not helpful. Because there's no reason for that woman not to be considered black. There's a bunch of people that come from Jamaica. Both parents Jamaican in the United States. Both of them. And they're black. Both. You have Jamaicans with 2 Jamaican parents. They come to the United States, they're black. But Kamala Harris isn't black, but Jamaican doesn't count as black for Kamala Harris.
I mean, sure, there's Chinese, Jamaicans, so they're black too.
No, they're not. You're black if you are clearly descended from people from Africa, which Kamala Harris definitely fits. Without a doubt. You don't even have to ask her. You can look at her and see that. She does not look anything like a white woman.
Okay, my final comment before I step down, because I like to, talk boxing and boxing business with you.
Yeah, no worries.
So my final comment.
But let me tell you, dude, for real, okay. For me, and I've always felt this way, my mother can walk right by you. And most black people will know she's black right away. They won't question it for not a second. And she is most definitely quadruple racial. If she walks by somebody that's not black, they may not know. But she has been black every day of her life for over 80 years. So to have somebody, and not necessarily you, that's 15 years old, 20 years old, start casting judgment on whether or not she's black enough for them, even though she grew up in the segregated South, went to all black high school, got a black husband, got black kids, but because she doesn't have a lot of color in her skin and her nose is straight and her hair is straightish, then all of a sudden somebody gets to just kick her out, despite what we know to be the case. Nah, bro, that shit is not effective for us as black people to do that. I don't think we should, just because we don't like somebody's politics, say somebody that is clearly identifies as a black woman, not and identifies as a black woman isn't a question. We're starting to use like LGBTQ language as it applies to our ethnicity or our race. Because now you got people coming around me that say, well, her dad doesn't identify as black. When the fuck did you get a choice to identify as something or not? You don't get a goddamn choice. You are black if somebody's looking at you and they be like, yeah, I can tell you tomorrow I'm not black. I don't identify as black. I'm over 40% European. So my DNA came back as over 40% uniform. I no longer identify myself as black. Man, the police officer ain't asking me that shit. Come on, man. I'm just saying, dude, look, if you don't kick people out the race for no good, we can't even do it. She can't go and confuse anybody and tell anybody she's white and have them believe her. She can't even go to India. She may be able to go to India and do it if she speaks it, but guess what? That's because they're black.
That is Indians darker than her, darker than
well,
you
they're
and I.
the Indians, the Southern Indians from India migrated from Africa to that spot. The Southern ones, the ones that if you look at them, they're literally black as night. Africans, the people that are the black people didn't just stay in one spot. They went into Asia. They went into Southern India. They went into Asia. They went everywhere. Yeah. So you see somebody, even the conversation about she's not black, she's Indian blows my mind. Like people are using her being Indian like she's from, like her mother's from Switzerland or something.
Okay, so I think this is the disconnect between a lot of people in the chat and myself, you and I. The far as lineage, where it all originates from, Africa, dark skin, where the juice and everything like that, that's not the contention. It's about prior to getting into this presidency and stuff like that. She didn't carry herself and present herself as Black, African American, everything.
What do you mean
she helped
did?
that torch.
She went to. What do you mean she didn't? Did you meet her? Hold on. Did you meet her? Have you ever met her? No. Straight talk. Have you ever met her? Have you ever met her? No, you've never met her. I've got a really good friend. Gats knew him. A good friend. I won't call him a really good friend, but he's a friend of mine. They used to be the mayor of DC. He's biracial. His wife is Jamaican. His wife told me one time that he's not black. And I looked at him and I was like, what? And he just kind of waved it off like, man, don't even go there. Because the idea that he's not black between him and me is fucking ridiculous. Even though he has a white mother, he knows full well he's black. Never said anything different. But when people didn't like his politics, all of a sudden they don't know if he's black anymore. All of a sudden they don't know he's black anymore. Now, the father may have some issue with American black people. Very well may. There's the Jamaicans that do. But that's not the same thing as saying Jamaicans coming over here, they're Jamaican and they're not black people. They are black people, man. As soon as you get those Jamaicans, as soon as their ass get to Britain, because they usually go from like Jamaicans go, their little thing is not little thing, no disrespect to the Jamaicans. They go to like nursing schools, the ones they'll go to like Canada, they go to Canada and they go to Great Britain, right? Yeah. But once they get to Great Britain, they know full well they're black in Great Britain. But you know, we don't have a choice, right? You know, we don't,
Yeah,
as black people, we don't have a choice, right? Nobody asked you whether or not you get to be black or not. Nobody asked you.
Yeah,
You were born that
understood.
way. They stamped your birth certificate that way.
And
Same thing applies to her, bro.
and like right now, for real, I'm trying to get off.
Oh, my bad.
With the so and part of her being black, now she's using the lowest common denominator with rappers and ass shaking rappers and stuff like that to galvanize and rile us up to take the souls to the polls. Like that's the type of stuff that rubs me the wrong way. And then black and first American woman president and all this type of hype is, I don't like those type of games being played with,
Bro, every
my
black
people.
politician in America does that.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Every black politician does that.
At least they
Everyone.
at least they have some true lineage to America, not just going to college.
Bro,
but that's just
true lineage to America.
Yeah.
Then fine. If you got a problem with her parents being immigrants, then say that. I got a problem because her parents are immigrants. That's a different topic. If you want to say, well, I don't really like, I don't, because like, dude, there are a bunch of black people that are in the Caribbean, and they don't, and you may they may come over here and you may be like, I don't like the way that they look at blacks from America. But dude, the British people, they're black over there in Britain. They're black in Jamaica. They're black in Brazil. So a lot of blacks, and there's more black people in Brazil than there are in the United States. They're still black.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris may not be, and actually, she technically speaking is black American because she was born in America. She's a citizen. She's born here.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me let you go on. For real though, man. Speaking from people that I got a lot of people in my family, dude, that could walk by you and you would be confused as to exactly what they are. And and in my family, they're all black. They're all very happy to be black, proud to be black. Will tell you in a second that they're black, have always lived that way. And there's definitely a trend within our community that whenever we don't agree, whenever somebody doesn't agree with somebody like that, or they don't like somebody like that, all of a sudden people start questioning whether or not they're black or not and try to put them out. Like you'll read stories like, I don't know, you know who Rashida Jones is?
Yes, that's Quincy Jones. Well, not no longer youngest daughter, but I know.
It's younger than Khadijah, right?
Yeah, her
she went to Harvard. I think she went to Harvard undergrad, and she said she went there and she went to join the Black Student Union. And then the female president of the Black Student Union told her she wasn't black enough to join the Black Student Union. Even though there's a bunch of mixed people in Black student unions all over the place. But it was a lady that did not like her. That was like, no, you're not black enough.
Yeah.
And so, but anyway, let me let you go, bro. I know we carried that on too long. I appreciate you, Juan.
No problem. I'll be back in this boxing.
Peace, bro. Yes, sir. We blew the boxing conversation today. That's all right. Starborn 007, what up, man?
What up? two more days, bud, getting in there with a killer. You know what I'm saying? With an absolutely killer. You know?
Boy, you lie easy. Boy, you lie easy, dog.
Listen, this guy, I watched some of this guy fights and watch this guy. I'm concerned about Bud. I think Bud gonna win, but I'm concerned about Bud in a fight like this. That's what I'm saying. This guy is big, strong, could jump, could flip.
You lying your ass off, boy.
And I noticed everyone that could flip could fight. Tank could flip. Lopez could flip. Everyone I see that could flip could fight.
Can fight.
Yeah, everyone that could flip could fight. So we fight party. I'm getting all my popcorns and stuff ready. I am concerned about him going against a killer. I think we'll pull it out, but it ain't guaranteed. So this gonna be a good fight. Kamala I'm not rocking with Kamala.
Kamala.
Well, that's the point. She got all these damn names and half tribes and half. It's she looks black. She has the You got to give her. She hit the HBU. You know what I mean? She hit the HBU. You know, so that's real deep. Was in the AKA, so you know that's real deep. But it's just something about her that's making people say she's not black. It's something about that lady, you know, that's making. I understand you saying the race part. Don't kick nobody out the race because you don't like. I understand that part, but it's just something about her. Some people don't like about that lady, you know, and she smiles. You know, she's a nice lady now. Don't get me wrong. She is a nice lady. Like she could come on the show right now and be enjoyable. But something about her, I don't think she gonna get the job. I can't say she's not black, but I could say she's not FBA. You know, that's one thing I could say. She's not FBA. But been 12 days. You know, it's cycle now. You not. I mean, in 3-4 days, because she in 2 weeks. 3 weeks, she could do about 4 interviews and get asked these questions, and things could just turn around. But it's just some people unhappy with her, and they know she ain't FBA, so they just saying she ain't black. So
yeah, I can go with that. I can go with that. I can go with that one. That shit, because hey, you can look a little sideways if people are coming in the country a little slow to wonder whether or not they see the world like we see. But you know, I think unity, the first thing that there is about unity is being inclusive. And you're inclusive. People always want to say, let's have black people come together. But if you have all black people come together, dude, black people are not going to all agree with each other. So you're going to have a bunch of people that don't agree with each other there. But every time somebody agrees with somebody, you want to put them out and say they're not one of you, then you're the one breaking the shit down and throwing it. Terence, I mean, it's like Clarence Thomas. I don't agree with anything Clarence Thomas does, but my response to him has to be like, I don't agree with what he says. I haven't listened to Thomas Sowell enough to know what I really think about Thomas Sowell. But there are people who are economists that do not agree with Thomas Sowell, but they will just say, I don't like how Thomas Sowell thinks about this problem. I think about it differently. And the dialogue goes on, but it is just a cop-out to say to somebody, well, I don't agree with this person, so let's put them out of the conversation totally and sit them out on the outside. Kamala Harris, and I will try my best to pronounce her name correctly. Kamala Harris is in the conversation. She's in the room of all of the black people in the United States talking about and trying to figure out how it is that we improve our situation. And the key to it for me is that nobody's figured out exactly how to do it. So we got to continue the conversation. I just don't think kicking people out and denying their inclusion within the group actually benefits the group. That seems to be more separatist than anything else. But
I think it helps to a certain degree.
You think it what?
I think it helps to a certain degree.
Why?
Some people need to get kicked out. Some people like her. No, I ain't gonna say she need to get kicked out. Some people need to get kicked out. That's the point. I ain't saying if you don't like one thing somebody say, you kick somebody out, but you can kick somebody out. They could be black. They could really be black, and people really think they're not black, and kick them out. You can get ostracized. You know what I'm saying? I could get ostracized.
But they ain't ostracized. Ain't nobody ostracized. Ain't no black people ostracizing her.
I say she could. You know, I ain't saying her. I ain't saying. This my thing with Kamala. She's not FBA. I'm FBA.
I can appreciate that. Hey, let me get to Bevo Boxing, Starborn.
Yes,
Thank you, brother.
Yes, Terence Crawford. Let's get it.
Man.
That's all we need. I don't even care about before I don't even care about that. I care about everyone. Make sure you watch. He's fighting the killer. This could be a real upset. You might be missing an upset if you don't watch this right here. Bless your heart for now, man. MH. Keep doing your thing.
Likewise, brother. Likewise. All right, brother. Let me get a couple of these super chats. Bevo Boxing. Phoenix the Assassin said Kamala's mother was from India. Her father is Jamaican American. Oh, yeah. He is there, man. I mean, okay. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hunter Young said they're saying she's not ADOS. Strict definition is American, she's black, but not ADOS. Yeah, I can go with that. That's definitely true. I can go with that. If that's the case, I can go with that. Policy over party and race. Does she have any policy in exchange for her black vote she wants, or is she just pandering with Megan twerking? Let me tell you, first of all, I didn't see the twerking, but I will say this. All the politicians are pandering. All of them. That's your job. Politicians' job is to pander. That's 90% of the job, is to pander to your constituency. You're representative, so you're pandering. But does she have any policy in exchange? She has the Democratic policies, the same policies that all these Democrats have. She's a member of a party. In the United States, we Jeep Red, but we got a party system. In the party system, the party's going to set the line, and if she's the head of the party, she's going to toe that line. There may be something here, some give and take here and there on particular issues and how they go about it and how they draft the legislation and all of that. But she's essentially the leader of the party. She's going to be held towards the parties that are being laid out by the Democratic Party. So does the Democratic Party have anything to offer black people? Well, to the extent that they have anything to offer for U.S. citizens, yes. But as it relates to black people specifically and independently of everybody else to correct wrongs and all that, hell no. Hell no, they don't. Neither do the Republicans. I don't think the government is focused on that. So no, I don't. And I do believe anybody that you put in that particular role is going to have those particular things go down. Same thing at the mayoral level, gubernatorial level, Senate level, all of that stuff, man. These people are working within a party system. This is a representative democracy. It is not an absolute democracy. It is a representative democracy and a party system that can bind for the policies that are acceptable for a large number of people. Roughly half the country are fighting with each other, but not, and yeah, we can absolutely get put back of the line on a lot of stuff. And I don't think that black people should all vote for the Republicans, for the Democrats. And I personally would say, hey, man, if you lose, you lose. And that's why I like the conversation. And I don't think you should kick anybody out, because then the other side of it is what you're going to do with, and I'm going to get right back to you. I'm sorry, I'll get off politics in a second. What winds up happening is the following. You have black people in the United States that wind up, if they're black, if you either kick them out of the race or you call them a coon. So they're a coon or they're just not one of us. And that never, and so the conversation, I think you should just have both. You should have very conservative black people. You should have liberal black people. You should have, and whoever gets the votes, get the votes. And if everybody turns into a conservative and leaves the Democrats high and dry, so be it, because that's a decision that people made. Because nobody has discovered how to solve the problem that we have as black people in the United States. So why is everybody acting like the way that they do it is so much worse than the way that the other guy does it? Because nobody solved the problem. In all the years of riding heavy with the Democratic Party, it's not solved all the problems for black America. And when most black Americans were Republicans in the early 1900s, in the 1800s, early 1900s, all the way to the 1950s, it didn't solve all the problems for black people then either. So maybe the thing is that government is not going to solve our problems. So you just look at your politicians as if they are going to be there to at least represent you in trying to get these things to not be so against black people. And there's prosecutors do that. I'm sorry, I'm not talking boxing, but for real, I have friends that are prosecutors. And one of the things that people don't understand, because everybody says all these prosecutors are sellouts. The prosecutors are sellouts. You don't know how many times a prosecutor puts a word in for a black person and says, hold on, man. Nah, let's not charge them for this. Let's charge them for this lower. Let's charge this lower thing here. I've had friends that worked for that were state's attorneys that when they weighed the amount of drugs somebody was convicted with, literally said, weigh it without the sticks and stems. Weigh it without the sticks and stems. Break the sticks and stems off and weigh it then. And as a result, this man would take drug charges and drop them from a felony to a misdemeanor just based off that move. But nobody that got convicted would see the role that they played in that. So that's even when I'm talking about like the impact of HBCUs versus the big name graduates of Yale and Harvard. Think about how much impact black doctors, black lawyers, black accountants have in the black community on a day-to-day basis, helping people solve problems that never make it to the national level. But yet you want these people that can be a lawyer and say, hey, man, let me represent this guy. Or a doctor says, hold on, man, let me go against the diagnostic manual and give you a little piece of advice that I think could help you help solve your, improve your health. But because they got a white parent, you don't want them in the community? I say let's not be penny wise and pound foolish. You know what I mean? Let's not be penny wise and pound foolish and create a situation where we're dividing ourselves. Right? We're literally doing that. It's not even the dominant societies that what do you call it? Divide and conquer. That's divide and conquering us. We're dividing ourselves by claiming somebody that clearly is in the group is not even in the group because you want to make that offhanded decision yourself. I don't like that thought process. Even if I disagree with any and everything somebody says, like Clarence Thomas, I don't know truly if I'm any more right than he is. And I know that conversation and having people representing us in those positions can have some benefits that we don't see directly, and they could be doing some things that are small and don't make the headlines. T. Orlando said, is Kamala FBA? No. And what is she offering you? She's offering you what the Democratic Party is offering you. Nothing more, nothing less. Fanon, this is how everybody knows here. Fanon, this is how everyone here knows she's black. We're the only group of criticizes and scrutinizes our own like this. Man, this should be crazy, bro. Cal Coolidge said, if you want to find out who not to go to war with, have this type of conversation. Who needs enemies when your allies have the enemies mentally? Say if you want to go out who not to go to war with, have this type of conversation. Who needs enemies when your allies have the enemies mentality? Now that ain't no joke. That I agree with that 100%, bro. Tiger Woods never said he wasn't black, Zacharias. That's not true. He didn't say he wasn't black. Tiger Woods did not say that. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe, dude. Y'all can. Anyway, Bevo Boxing, what up, man?
What's going on, man? I got to come holler at my brother, especially when you're talking this politics stuff, man.
Yeah, I shouldn't be, man. This should be for the afternoon show. But
hey, man, but you know what, man? It's something that we all passionate about because you see everybody's still here, man, because I think the thing that you're saying is very true. I think you can never define blackness. No matter what, you're not black enough for this person. You're not white enough for that person, whatever the case may be. Even me speaking from somebody who's mixed race. My dad's Sicilian. But in his culture, that's like being black. As far as the negativity of it. That's kind of how my dad told me how it was when he was in Sicily. It was a negative thing that he was Sicilian. But I think what it really goes down to is, like the brother was saying in the chat, we the only race that make it fun or seem to make it our business to tear down the next person. The thing is this. People don't realize that when you had an Obama, he was like a Ronald Reagan. He was so loved and cared that he never got a lot of this. And you don't get that all the time. Everybody's not going to be that well liked like Obama was. Wrong, right, and different. Because I liked Obama for what he stood for, but not his policies, because I consider myself conservative. But guess what, man? No one talked about the 3 million people he sent back. No one talked about how he dropped more bombs than any president in U.S. history because he was so loved. No one talked about Reagan and those super high deficits that he ran with back in the 80s because he was loved. And I think it really goes down to this. As black people, the frustration is, I would say, you can tell me if I'm wrong, is that we the only race that feels like they'll go other places if they feel like they can't get what they want from us. Whether it's Floyd saying, "Oh, I don't agree with the Gucci band," it's like there's no solidarity between us. In my neighborhood, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans. Them Puerto Ricans stick together, right, wrong, or indifferent. But with us, it's like let me tar and feather this person in front of everybody and tell you why I don't like them. When a lot of stuff that we dealing with is in house. Blacks got to take care of their own. They got to take care of their own stuff. You know, you being from the Chi-Town, you know what they did as far as having their own community, building their own community. We just got to put the work in. The government ain't gonna do it. We got to do the work, man. And that's the problem as a culture. When we decided to take desegregation, guess what? It hurt us in the long run. It really did. There's no black doctors. I'm from a city in Cleveland where the first black-owned hotel, they still got the little monument up of it. In Cleveland, one of the first black hotels. It closed as soon as the segregation ended, it closed. And I'm telling you, man, we really got to just get back to understanding our problems and stop looking for the government or this Superman to come save us, man. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But as far on the boxing tip, man, Terence Crawford, the biggest jerk in boxing, is about to be another time champion. Awful dude as a personality, great fighter, but just an awful person as far as a personality. But salute to Bud Crawford, man, going to do his thing, man, at 54. But he's an awful guy as far as personality, man. Awful, garbage, worse. And Martin, you know I'm telling the truth, man. He's horrible, bro. He's horrible as a person, man.
Hey, man. Dude, that dude is a dangerous man. He a dangerous mix of a dude that will whoop your ass and a mama's boy. And
you hit it right there. He a mama's boy
that will whoop your ass.
Huh? You hit it right there. He just like his mom.
Yeah, he definitely comes across like a mama's boy.
Hey, anytime your mama tell you I would pay people to come kick my son's ass, come on, man. You thought he gonna be a good person? You thought he was gonna be a nice guy?
Tough. That's a tough mentality. Hey, man, let me let you go, Bevo. I got one more dude, man. Then I got to
talk to you soon, Mark. Take care.
All right, brother. Peace, man. Yes, sir. Rich Porter, how can I help you, sir?
What's up, Fanon? I got a couple things about boxing.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Number one, I think Tank Team knows something that we don't know because, like I said the other day, we ain't never heard none of this when he came to fight anybody else. This is just ridiculous, man. We ain't never heard all this contract talk. They probably got to take it or leave it. They can't sell pay-per-views. Hector Rowley, none of them people he ever fought headline or even co-main the pay-per-view. So for people to be screaming pay-per-views with Shakur is crazy. Then number two, I think Shakur, for real, if he don't get the Tank fight, I think he should just go on and try to get the Zepeda fight, the Baranchek fight, maybe somebody else like a Frank Martin or something to keep his name hot in that 35 division. Because, I mean, Tank the man, he can pick and choose what he want to do. So it ain't like he just got to take the fight, but he knows the fight we want to see. But I think Shakur got to keep his name hot just to keep putting pressure on that fight for them to make that fight. Because, I mean, Quiet as Kept Pitbull off of that Tank fight got a hell of a fan base now, and that fight is in demand because of that.
Yes, sir.
So I think Shakur kind of got to do something to keep his name hot and put pressure on. Then I got one more random thing. I don't like Top Rank. I can't stand their promotion. Bob Earl is the worst in the business, but they got a fight over there. I think they should be building at 147 towards a Boots rivalry, and that's Brian Norman Jr. Man, that dude can fight at 147, but I don't think Bob and them gonna market him right in that division to become maybe like a rival to Boots and Barrios and them. But he one of the best at 147, but he just got that sorry Bob Earl over there with him, man. That same dude that held hella careers back and robbed them of pay-per-views and stuff because they couldn't sell in his eyes. But that's just my take for now. Have a good one.
Hey, man, thank you, man. I needed you to pull me back, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. All right, man. Rich Porter with that good boxer. I said he got a horrible personality. Hey, man. Oh, my guy before that said he had a horrible personality. But, yeah, man. Cal Coolit. Let me say, Cal Coolit, thank you so much for that support. The channel sponsor. Thank you, channel sponsor, for that $50 holler, man. I was slow on that. Thank you, sir, for that huge $50 holler. Thank you, Cal Cooler. My wife was a state's attorney and made a point to give a break every day to a deserving defendant. Yeah, man. We need people on both sides of the fence, man. Now, y'all want to talk about Jewish people. They got people in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Both. Both. Not one, both. They got influence in both. But we got influence in what? One? And anytime somebody acts like they want to go to the other side, you're not with us, you're not this, you're not that, you're a coon, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. So it seems to me that for people that always want to compare our situation to those of people that are, Jewish, they have Democrats and Republicans on lock, both of them. They've got the liberals on lock and the conservatives on lock, both of them. But we can't be anywhere but over here. That's why I'm saying you shouldn't be trying to kick people out. You should be listening to them and learning from them. And let whoever's argument is the best, let it win. If the Republicans' argument is better than the Democrats' argument, then vote for the Republican. Sean, one man army A. Sean said, "Thank you for all you do, Mr. Blackwell." Thank you, Mr. And how are you, sir? And I hope you're doing well, brother. I think I owe you a call, man. Ringside with LCD said, "Thank you for all you do, Mr. Blackwell." Oh, no, that was A. Sean, my bad. And Ringside said, "Super Chat Thursday." Thank you, brother. I'm a black Texan Republican named Gaddafi. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, you just got to let it, dude. Whatever one works the best, go with that. Stop trying to decide. They got to, you're imprisoned inside of the Democratic Party. Mr. Tell It Like It Is said, people need to stop worrying about the president's seat and start about the Supreme Court. That's true. Even though the Supreme Court has a lot to do with the selection of the president has a lot to do with the selection of the Supreme Court. And the mayor in their city for when that we need bills passed. Yeah, that ain't no joke, especially mayors because of fundraising. Mayors are essential for fundraising for presidents. That's why you want a lot of mayors. Big Dog Willie said, black men complaining about Kamala, but the funny thing about it, black women outvote men 2-1. Every black woman I talk to is voting for Kamala. Women in general are energized about her. My wife will slap you about it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And women are much more, black women are much more active in politics than men. What up, Phoenix the Assassin? What up, man? What up?
What's good? What's good? I had to get my daily Shakur hate session on. But now I'm gonna be hating.
Knock yourself out, man. Enjoy it, man. Get a good swing in or two. I'm gonna get myself a cup of coffee while you do, though.
All right. Yeah, man. So I've been seeing a lot of people recently on social media, it seems to be this weird thing, they don't understand what the issue is with the whole Shakur and Tank fight, and then thinking about maybe Shakur might be fighting Zepeda instead. The thing with that is right now, y'all know Tank is over there overseas in Paris for the Olympics. That's number one. The Olympic team invited him out. So I mean, while he over there trying to motivate them and help them however he can, y'all really think, considering that honor, that his team is going to be bothering him about trying to negotiate details right now? Everybody knows this. Shakur knows this shit. His team knows that shit. And Tank's people for sure know this because they're his team. When you factor that in, that's number one for most likely why there ain't no negotiations taking place. On top of that, it's still early for them to announce the next fight, especially if they're talking about November as the original targeted date that they have for Tank and Lomachenko. So likely you're not going to get any real reports about it until after the Olympics is over and Tank is back home and settled and actually talks with his team about the stuff, and they are actually going into start negotiating and shit. That's the first thing that people got to think about. Next thing they got to think about is Zepeda, right? That ain't gonna happen unless Oscar changes his mind. And he already said that the only way Shakur gonna get Zepeda is if Shakur signed a Golden Boy. And you seen Oscar retweeted that post that they made about Zepeda and Shakur verbally agreeing and said, nah, that's cap. Because he held firm on that stance. No Zepeda fight if Shakur doesn't sign the Golden Boy. And it don't matter that the WBC ordered him to defend it against Zepeda, because it'll be the same thing as it was with Devin Haney. Devin Haney ended up dropping the belt. Shakur was able to fight for the vacant one. And at first they wanted Pitbull. Pitbull said no. Then they wanted the next guy. The next guy said no. Zepeda was tied up in the fight, so he wasn't available. They tried to get Frank Martin. He dropped out. By the time Shakur got to finally fight for the WBC title, it was against Edwin De Los Santos, who was ranked number 6. So the WBC ordering the mandatory don't matter if the mandatory don't want it. And Zepeda is ranked number 1 for all 4 sanctioning bodies. So he could still get a shot at WBA. He could still get a shot at the WBO, since Lomachenko's taken the rest of the year off and he got the IBF. So he has at least 2 other options to take besides Shakur if he wants a title fight. And Shakur, if that fight don't come through and he doesn't get the fight with Tank, the WBC is going to look at the next highest ranked individual on their rankings, and that's going to be the guy who takes the mandatory position if Zepeda doesn't want it. So those are two things that people is like just not paying attention to whenever it comes to these 2 potential bouts happening for Shakur. It's like they're so eager to jump on, okay, people is ducking and all this and that, and that the people are trying to prevent the fight from happening, that people is too worried about the sales and stuff, which is the second thing. The sales do matter, especially for Shakur, because right now he's at the point where he's had the most spotlight on him in his entire career. Yeah, he's unified at lower weight classes, at 126 and 130 before moving to 135, but he hasn't had as much spotlight on him as he does right now, simply because he's the guy, besides Devin Haney, that's being tied to Gervonta Davis as somebody who could potentially beat him. So that's why his last 2 fights are the ones that matter the most. It don't matter what he did to Oscar Valdez and knocking him down, or any of the other people that he knocked out. What matters are his most recent performances against guys who were bigger threats than Edwin De Los Santos and Howard Tunis. 2 guys who don't have a knockout percentage anywhere near Tanks, who he says, he was worried about the power of both of them. That being said, they have to consider that. Matchmakers have to consider that. Other promoters have to consider that. You heard Pitbull in an interview recently saying that he don't want to fight Shakur because he's boring. People have this misconception that Shakur is some type of boogeyman, and that's not it.
Hey, real quick, hold on one second.
All right.
Hey, Barbara D, thank you so much. I did see that. Thank you. I missed it the first time through. Barbara D said, 2-channel support. Thank you, Barbara D. Go ahead, Phoenix. I need to make sure I said thank you to Barbara.
No problem. I completely get it. But this is my last point, though, with Shakur. Promoters and other fighters, look at what Shakur has been saying recently about F the fans. I want to fight how I want to fight. Look at his last 2 performances and look at how he's behaving while he got the most spotlight he's ever had on him in his career. So they're not, and the fact that he's a free agent right now, too. So here's the thing, they're considering that because they have to be able to market their fighters. They put somebody in the ring with Shakur already. They know they're not going to put it as a headline on pay-per-view because who's going to buy that? At the same time, they also have to worry about going forward. Their fighter gets in there and looks boring because they got a guy running around the ring all the time. They're missing out on the bag for that fighter and missing out on other times they can get that fighter in the ring. When the last time you heard about Edwin De Los Santos since he fought Shakur? And for exactly. And Haratunian, what do you think is going to happen to him now? Ain't going nowhere. And that's the problem right there. Fighters and the promoters both have to worry about that because the fighter has to worry about not looking exciting. And then the promoter has to worry about, okay, how they're going to get people interested in seeing this guy fight again. And the crazy thing about it is Shakur having the balls on him to say after the fight that, oh, well, Haratuni, he was moving around too much. He wasn't really trying to come and fight. He's like, well, isn't that the same thing that you was doing your last fight? And you're talking about, oh, it's the other guy's job to go ahead and make it a fight. Why wasn't you cutting off the ring, Shakur? So that's the thing. You can't complain about another guy doing the exact same thing you're saying F the fans for, and you're going to end up doing. and then at the same time act confused why nobody want to see you fight. That's the stuff that's hurting them, you know. And I don't know if Shakur thinking about all this stuff, or if we want to go ahead and go the Terence Crawford route and say, you know, F the people who, you know, paying my bills, but I don't think they paying my bills. I mean, hey, you know, that's going to be his problem to deal with. But yeah, that's what I got for you, man.
Thank you, brother. As always, man, you always keep it. You always break it down, man. Thank you, man. I'll get back.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, sir. Don't mess with Texas. Bitch, I'm from Texas. All right, let me get it. Barbara D. I'm gonna go get it right now. Because you said when you get a chance, don't mess with Texas. Okay, gotcha. All right, don't mess with Texas. Got you. What James Childrenson? What is this? What did you do? Q Brown. Y'all are out here snapping. Oh, thank you. No, thank you, Barbara. Appreciate you very much. Dumbass pseudo-intellectual clowns. I'm off it. Hey, man. But their votes count too. You don't have to be intellectual to have an opinion. So it's all good. I'm glad we had this time together to talk about this stuff. I apologize to everybody that's not Negro in America for this conversation we had today. Usually we do talk boxing. Oh, yeah, I hit him by accident. Okay, what's up? This wish more would vote. I think we saw, are we about 20%? Yeah, it is, but, you know, I'm off at Noob. Okay, it's all good, bro. I ain't really tripping, man. Y'all can talk about whatever you want to talk about, man. I don't mind. Really, I don't mind. How come you guys don't criticize Santos for not cutting off the ring? Because there's no reason to hate on Edwin De Los Santos. There's no reason to hate on Edwin De Los Santos. Shakur is hated on. Y'all are a bunch of haters, man. And I maintain that. Y'all some haters. Y'all some haters, man. Y'all some haters. Cam, what are you over there on? You over on MH Blackwell, huh? Man, I like that, dog. I like that we got this second channel popping, man. Was that Cam over there? Yeah, can we get 100 likes over there? Yeah. Like Cam said, let's get 100 over there, man. All 70, 80 y'all ain't seven. I mean, we only got like 45 people in there, though. T Orlando ruined my live stream. I blame T Orlando. Any more black men would vote if they weren't more disfranchised group in the country due to policies and laws. Yeah, dude, seriously, man, because cats ain't stupid. That's the problem. I spoke facts today. I wasn't hating this time. Man, you should hate. I wanted to hear you hate, dog. The hate is more fun, man. I like hearing y'all hate. I'm about to say, matter of fact, let me try it for a second, bro. Hey, Barbara Davis. Woo, wow, baby, Barbara Davis. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got you. Martin Tank's scared of Shakur. That's why he's asking for so much shit now. Trump did more for HBCUs than any president. No, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. But so what? The question isn't if he did more. It's whether or not he did enough. That's me. That's for the kid. But anyway, anyway, man, we'll go for a little bit longer. But nah, man, look, here's the thing with the Tank and Shakur thing. Man, Jameson Childress, bro. Support for the new channel, man. Jameson Children dropped that 20 bone on me, bro. Thank you, man. Support for the new channel. Thank you. Look, I honestly have to tell you, I really don't know, man. Hey, thank you, Jeffrey Derone. Yeah, but you're going to hear more of the political talks for the afternoon show over there on MH Blackwell. We're supposed to be talking boxing this morning. We're supposed to be. What do you mean, Fahim? Apparently, a lot of us are what? Dude, most of the black universities, black HBCUs, and they are controlled by Jewish people. If anybody controls those schools, it's Jewish people. Especially the one that I went to. All right, that's what's up. If you like black folk, for the conversation was interesting. Oh, yeah. Terry Bain said, Fanon, you allowing the Bud slander. How am I allowing Bud slander? What Bud slander? Nah, Bud does not have a great personality. Hell no. You're tripping. He may have a great personality for his friends, but a great personality? No. I would not call him a charismatic, you know, a charismatic, charming person. No. You know who's got a great personality? Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner's got a great personality. Did Trump really do more? Man, look, dude, I don't know. No. No, not for me. You're going to have to ask me in 4 years. In 4 years, I will have all of this stuff understood and I will have been caught up. Oh, Savage Killer Queen. Yeah, I think you're right. Hey, click the link again, Savage Killer Queen. If you would not mind. If you wouldn't mind. Because I forgot that already. Where did it go? Savage Killer Queen, I think you're on the wrong. I think you're on the wrong channel. You're on the wrong channel to get one. Savage Killer. Oh, no. You can get them on both. Hey, what's going on? GM said, hey, just got a new surround sound system. Fire Stick is up to date. Can't wait for Sunday. F Bud. Look, man, I don't want to be included in the Bud haters anymore. He does talk crazy. His personality is funny as hell. Tank has a great. Now, Tank will fly off the handle on your ass. Tank seems like he's cool. I think Devin's got a really good personality. If Devin Haney wasn't like, I think Devin's got bad influences around him. But I think Devin actually has a really good personality. I think he has a good personality. I think Devin, as a person, I think Devin's a good dude. I think Devin's a good dude. I like Devin's personality. Who else got a good personality? Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman probably would be really cool to know. Sean Porter. I think Sean Porter's got a great personality. Devin has a horrible personality. My dad says he's an embarrassment. Hey, man, look, bro, you're not Black Fantasy Assassin. We don't care what you think. You're not black enough. You're not black enough. Your parents are from Nigeria. You're not black enough. Just fact checked. According to the web, Trump has given more money to HBCUs than any other president. But look, man, hey, dog, hey, look, man, I be tripping on all y'all, really. Hey, what's going on, man? Jeep Red Boy said, entertaining content, hombre. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. We ain't got the huge numbers in here today. You know, we kicking it around 500 people over the platforms, but we're fun, and y'all supported on Cash App Thursday like a champ, bro. He said, hey, I'm all natural, synthetic black. Nah, bro, you ain't black, bro. You heard what they say, Phoenix Assassin. You not black. You're not black. You're not black, Phoenix the Assassin. Non-synthetic. Nah, you synthetic like a mug, bro. Africans ain't black. You didn't hear? They're not the descendants of slaves. You're not black. You're not a descendant of an American slave. You're African. I'm telling you, man, the arguments these cats be making shit up as they go, bro. I love Devin. He's handsome and he seems like a gentleman, says Cam Williams. No, seriously, Devin Haney does seem like a nice guy. A very well-mannered dude. He really does. Jerron has the best personality. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Not who would I would say has the best. It's tough because they're all boxers. Quentin Jackson said, "You funny telling a Nigerian he's not black." Hey, if Kamala Harris is not black because she is not on ADOS, then neither is them Africans. Them Africans ain't ADOS. They Africans, so they ain't black. What up, James Lee?
What's going on, my guy?
I'm chilling, brother. How you feeling, man?
We chopping up. All right. We got bad reception, or can you hear me?
No, I'm good, man. You good?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Oh, all right. No, I was seeing people making a comment about Tank wanting more. Man, it behooves me, right? How people can just make assumptions, right, of things that they really know nothing about. Like this man has said literally nothing pertaining to the Shakur fight, or whether he sent in the contract, whether he sent it or not. Like people just don't. The thing about people that gets me is how people just can't be patient and sit back and wait. Like things don't move. People don't move their business on our time. And people don't seem to understand that, man. Everybody just keep making a bunch of assumptions. The only thing that man has said pertaining to him and Shakur fighting was cap. When they put out that phony thing saying that him and Shakur was going to fight. Only thing he said was cap. He ain't said nothing else. People keep hollering about he want more, he want this. Man, Tank ain't asked for nothing. Tank is into a contract with Amazon Prime where he's going to get his money regardless. He's set into a fight contract. He has a certain amount of fights for a certain amount of money. Anything that he makes with negotiations is extra. He's already making his money. I don't know why people keep saying, oh, he want this or he want that. When he said that to Turkey Al-Sheikh, he was trolling them folk. He was letting them folk know that I don't need you. You feel what I'm saying? You want to talk to me? Do this. That man wasn't literally asking for no 2 Lamborghinis. He could get that by himself. He don't need Turkey Al-Sheikh to buy him no 2 Lamborghinis. Why these people like people? And then they sit around and listen to Calvin and Kenny, right? 2 dudes that have nothing to do with the legality of anything that Tank has going on. The only thing they are a coach and a trainer. Father figures. They have nothing to do with the business aspect of who Tank is going to fight. Tank is going to fight who he is going to fight. He let Floyd get out of his way so that he can control who he wants to fight. He was fighting who Floyd wanted him to fight. He was fighting who they put on the paper and came to the desk and say, well, this is what we got. These are the fighters we got. Which one you want? Tank was never asking for no fights. He was never asking for no fighters. Only thing he was doing was allowing Floyd to guide his career. Floyd has guided his career. He's made Tank one of the biggest attractions in boxing. If not number 1 or 2, is number 3. I don't know. Either one. You feel what I'm saying? He's one of the biggest attractions in America. And really, not just in America, because people overseas know him. People overseas know him just as well as people in America know him. So people can get off of that, man, hollering about what Tank want, what Tank this, what Tank that. And they keep hollering about, he keep putting weight classes on people. Tank has never fought a fighter at 130 that he put a weight class on. He's never fought a fighter at 135 that he's put a weight class on. The only weight classes that he's put on somebody is when he fought Mario Barrios at 140, because he's just not a 140 fighter. And why would somebody want Mario Barrios to fight at 140 and be 156 or 160 or 165 fighting a 140 fight? Or why would somebody want Ryan Garcia to come in weighing 175 at a fight that's supposed to be 136? He allowed him to go to 146. That's the same. That's the same weigh-in that he came in at fighting Devin Haney. Except fight night, he came in weighing more. You feel what I'm saying? Weight clauses should be in effect for a reason. There's weight clauses for a reason. If that's the case, goddamn, somebody 140 should be fighting somebody like Mike Tyson. That's stupid, right? That's stupid as hell. People be crazy, man. I don't understand people, man. That man has never put a weight clause on anybody. And they keep saying, oh, he put a weight clause on Frank Martin. No, he didn't. He fought Frank Martin at 135, and Frank could have weighed anything that he wanted to weigh come fight night. He could have weighed anything because there was no clause. The clause was put on by the sanctioning body because of the Devin Haney and the Ryan Garcia fight. They figured that nobody should just be outweighing nobody like that in a fight in a weight class. I don't know why people just don't understand that, man. It just be so crazy, man. I be like losing my brain, man, trying to understand some of these guys, man.
Yeah, be trip. Hey, man, it gets trippy. Give me 1 second, man. I'm sorry. Savage Queen, you got a wrench on the other channel. Savage Killer Queen. Yeah.
What's your other channel, Fanon? I need to get that too.
MH Blackwell.
In case I don't catch you over here, then I'll catch you on that one.
Yeah, it's MH. We do politics and all. We're gonna do politics, all that stuff in the afternoon. But it's MH. It's called MH Blackwell.
I like to listen to politics too, brother. Ain't no question.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. We come chop it up with me about that, man. You from Baltimore?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah. Sir. People saying you Tank. People saying you Tank's family.
Yeah, that's my second cousin. His mother is my cousin. Yeah, Kenya is my cousin. Yeah, Tank is my second cousin.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. But I hear you, man. I know that, man. People just are running with what anybody says about anything, and it's a shit show. Yeah.
And see people. Yes, I don't think any sodas in there. Well, see what people don't understand about Tank, man, is he don't have no fear of person. And I'm telling you this literally. He has no fear of person, brother. Anything that goes on in this boxing game, he's doing what he was taught. He allowed Floyd to teach him the game. A lot of people aren't awarded the luxuries of having parents or having people that can put them in a position. You know how many people that was before Tank Davis that felt as though they can do what they wanted to do or do it how they do it, and then their career turned out as shit. You feel what I'm saying? He understood that he was in the room with arguably the greatest financial boxer to ever touch the ring. So why not let this man guide my career? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a boy from out the street, right? That been raised up by some other boys from out the street that know nothing about this game. The only thing Calvin and Kenny know about the game is to fight. They know nothing about the business aspect. What any business aspect of the game that they're learning, they learned it from Floyd. And it's just simple as that, man. And I don't understand why people get like people get so hell-bent, like thinking that they know what's going on when they don't. The man has literally said nothing. He said nothing at all, brother. Like he ain't say, oh, I ain't fighting Shakur, or he ain't said none of that. He want to fight every last one of them guys. But the business sense has to make sense. Like he not the one that's fronting that money out before this fight happens. And people don't understand that. Them guys, they millionaires, but they don't got them billions of dollars like these promotional companies and the people that's fronting the money got. So they got to sit back, and the people that's fronting the money got to say, okay, well, we think this will be a good fight. We think we can go ahead and put this into it, and we'll get this back out of it. Yeah, people not putting $100 in looking to get $200. They trying to make $300 off of $100. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's so many people that's in the pot. There's so many people that's in the pot. You can. It's a prime example. You look at Devin and Ryan's fight, right? They still running around trying to get their money.
Yeah.
They still running around trying to get their money. You know why? Because the people thought that it was going to do something that it didn't do. They thought it was going to be on the lines of a Gervonta Davis and a Ryan Garcia, but it didn't do that. So now we got to figure out how we going to disperse this money because it ain't turned out right. So what our return we thought was going to be, it ain't there. and people don't understand it. And I understand as fans, but as a fan myself, we gotta just sit back and see what's going to happen and stop just making assumptions, because that's what everybody doing. Everybody just jumping out there making assumptions. IFL come out there and a lot of these sites, they do just like y'all do. Like the way y'all eat off of these channels, right, is you got to get views, you got to get likes, you got to get shares. So IFL do the same thing. Them folk do the same thing. They're going to put out anything that's going to make anybody attract to it. Soon as somebody see Shakur and Tank is a go, oh boy, everybody clicking on that. Everybody clicking on there to find out is this really what's happening. So people got to understand, man, them guys ain't saying nothing, man. Shakur ain't said nothing and Tank ain't said nothing. You got a snippet of an interview with Eddie Hearn saying that he been instructed to look around for some fighters or do whatever, and Eddie trying to work it how he trying to work it. They specifically told Eddie don't call Tank because they know he got a bad. Tank don't like him, and when Tank don't like you, Tank don't like you. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. I'm telling you, man. When Tank don't like you, he don't like you. The boy that picked up the attitude just like Floyd. When he don't like you, he don't like you. Everybody wonder why Gary Russell is still sitting at that little bit of money. Gary Russell been in boxing way before Tank was in boxing. Gary Russell held that belt for so many years, right? But he put himself in a doghouse and couldn't get out of it. And you can't rub the wrong people the wrong way, regardless of these people how much, go be a promotional free agent. That shit not just that easy, bruh. You gotta be somebody that puts asses in that seat to do shit like that. Eddie Hearn reached on Devin Haney. He thought Devin Haney was going to sell what he didn't sell, so they jumped into that contract, trying to boost up the zone, right? And it ain't really worked. Because the money that they was dishing out to Devin Haney for his pay, they didn't get that back. They didn't get that money back because it wasn't selling out. It wasn't selling pay-per-views. You feel what I'm saying? And people just gotta just sit back, man. And I thank you for, man, letting me come up on your platform, brother.
Man, anytime, dog. I'm just gonna tell you, dog. I'm gonna put this shit out again. You broke shit down so well. I'm gonna put it out in its own segment. That Gervonta Davis's family broke down the truth. I like what you said, man, because what you talking about. Because if you listen really carefully to Coach Kenny and Coach Calvin, they're not saying what people think they're not even saying what people think they're saying. I mean, Calvin was like, when is the basically they're talking about it's up to Gervonta the whole time. They're just telling you this is what I think, this is what we want. And ultimately it's going to be Gervonta. Gervonta is going to be the one that's going to get the contract sent, and I'm just waiting for Gervonta to do that. Coach Calvin said that on Zed Brooks' channel. It's not like they're out here acting like, you know, like they're the real big decision makers, and you know what I mean? They're just giving their insight on what they think as some people in the camp about what they want to have happen, you know? They don't do that, dog.
Take the car.
Hey, be careful, man. Don't let that pass by your license plate.
You gotta go get him, Damon. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's upstairs. He gotta be upstairs.
Yeah, but all right, man. I'll get back with you. You got other stuff. I just want to let you know that I'm probably gonna do that, dog. Just so you know, you'll see yourself on the video.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate
you. Okay, cool. All right, man. I didn't want to do it without you knowing. But you cool with that?
Oh no, I ain't into that. I'm cool with that, brother.
All right, cool.
Everybody on all these platforms know who I am, man.
All right, brother. Well, I know I've seen your name before, but it's good to
yes, sir.
It's good to meet you. Come on more often, man.
Yes, sir. I sure will.
All right, brother. Get back.
All right.
King, how can I help you?
Hey, good morning, Pana, or good afternoon for me. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
I just wanted to give my opinion on what James Lee was saying. I think Tank should have take. I think Tank should have worked with Turkey Al Sheikh because him telling Turkey Al Sheikh that he wants two Ferraris, I think it's a way to not get into negotiations and talks with Turkey Al Sheikh because they don't want to show him what Tank's truly worth because we don't know what those pay-per-view numbers are doing. Turkey Al Sheikh is offering these people two, three, four times more than what they're making. Like you can look at his history. He offers people a lot of money.
No,
So
you
why
can't.
would it?
No, you cannot look at their history.
You can look at his track record.
No, you can't. You cannot look at their history. There's no way for me to see how much money he actually pays people. I've
Well, then
looked.
you can say
There's
that
no
with
way.
everybody then.
No, there's not. No, but there is ways for Gervonta to know it. There absolutely is. And what Gervonta said about Turkey Al Sheikh was that he don't need him to earn money. So why would he go over there? I can get that money right here. Why would I go there?
Wouldn't it be a silly decision? Because Turkey Al Sheikh is paying
No,
more.
because he's
Why-
already. It's not a silly discussion because Gervonta Davis is very happy with the money he makes.
So you're telling me people don't want to make more money than they do now?
Gervonta Davis said that he is very happy with the money that he makes. He's getting 8 figures a fight. He has said that he's very, very happy with the money that he makes. You've never heard Gervonta Davis complaining about the money that he makes. You've never heard Errol Spence complain about the money that he's making. Why would they need to go talk to somebody else if they're happy with the money that they're making?
Because you will always take more money. If you're working at a job and another firm offered you more money, I think you would go to another firm to work for them.
No, it depends on if I like my job. Because there's risks when you change jobs. If you have a job, just because somebody offers you a little bit more money is not the sole reason to quit a job. How long are you going to do business with them? How many fights? How do I know that I'm going to get 5 and 6 fights out this guy? I don't. But I do know with the people that I'm with, since I've been with them for, what has he got? 30 fights, 20 fights. And they've kept every promise. And I'm selling out arenas all over the United States. And I've gone from not being signed to a major promoter to having my own pay-per-views that do over 1 million buys and do $20 million gates. And I come back with a $14 million gate and another 400,000+ pay-per-view. It seems to me that you may want to stick with the people that got you there.
Okay, that's reasonable. I just thought I'd give my take on it. If in my case, I would be going with try to work with Turkey.
No, you wouldn't, because you don't know the case. If your case, yeah, you would, because you don't make enough, because you're not making 30. You didn't make $30 million in a fight.
No,
and
I didn't.
And also, what is Turkey Al Sheikh doing? He's investing in the fight, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
And if he gives you a certain amount of money that he's going to pay you for the fight, you're still only going to make as much money as the fight makes. You're not going to make more than the fight makes, are you?
He guarantees purses up front.
So what? Why would you need to get? Why would Gervonta need a guarantee?
I'm saying if Gervonta get a guaranteed purse of $25 to $50 million, why wouldn't he take it?
Why would he get? But why would he care about a guaranteed purse if he knows he can get it himself?
Plus Turkey Al Sheikh offers a upside to the pay-per-view as well.
Why would he need to get a guarantee when he already knows he's going to clear the money?
Because he's going to make more with Turkey Al Sheikh.
No, you're not. With a guarantee on a purse for an event, you're still not going to get paid more money than the event makes.
That all depends on the numbers, man. So.
No, it doesn't matter. Unless you're dealing with somebody that's willing to operate at a loss.
Which is Turkey Al Sheikh.
If Turkey Sheikh is willing to operate at a loss, then he's not a reliable business person.
He's just promoting his country.
Sir, if he is going to operate at a loss, he is not reliable in the future. Because people that operate at a loss at a certain point in time are going to stop operating at a loss. And they're going to want to operate at a profit.
The Prince of Saudi Arabia is allowing him to make these fights because it's his passion.
Sir, once again, When people do business at a loss, there's a limited amount of time on that because people are not throwing money away. Eventually, they're going to want a return on their investment. A return on their investment means profit. So if somebody is willing to pay you more than you're worth, that has a limited, that plan is going to have an expiration date on it. Because as soon as they figure, I don't want to lose any money, which can be at any day, they're going to stop losing money. But when you dealing with somebody that's making money, people will tend to continue to make money for as long as they can make it. So that's how business works everywhere in the world.
I agree that his model is not stable and it's not going to be long term.
If your model is not stable, then you do not leave a stable model that is paying you very, very handsomely.
Yes,
and take a chance when you don't need to.
But you're not leaving. You're just working with him. You're still with PBC. You're still with Amazon Prime.
Dude, I don't understand why you're trying to sell somebody to get an add-on that they don't need. If you don't need him, you don't need him. Floyd Mayweather does not need him. Canelo does not need Turkey Al-Sheikh. Doesn't need him. He doesn't even need the guarantees. You know why they don't need the guarantees? Because Gervonta has probably already got $10 million sitting in his bank. He may have enough cash that he doesn't need any guarantees. What do I need your guarantee for? Because there's always a cost associated with that guarantee. You're going to guarantee me this in exchange for what?
So why is he paying fighters like Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, big amounts of money? And
Because they can't get that money anywhere else.
So you don't think he's looking at their money generated and how much their value is and stuff like that?
If he paid them $100 million for a fight, which I doubt that they did, no, he is obviously not looking at it. But there's a danger with Turkey Al-Sheikh. Turkey Al-Sheikh said to Terence Crawford, said to Canelo Alvarez, that I will make you an offer that I think is fair.
Yep.
That's not a good look for Canelo. Because why do I want you to pay me what you think is fair? I'll take what I earn.
And he must know the numbers behind the scenes. So,
sir, Canelo Alvarez knows his numbers that hit his bank. Canelo Alvarez does not need Turkey Al-Sheikh. He doesn't. He doesn't need him to put up money for his fights. He doesn't need him to find opponents for him. He doesn't need him to front the money for his stadium. He doesn't need any of that. He doesn't need him to promote. He doesn't need any of that. He already has multiple business partners that have done that with him well over 20 times. Canelo does not need the services offered by Turkey Al-Sheikh. He doesn't need them. The UK fighters need them because they can't make that much money in the UK.
He's can't do it. Of what the fighters valued at. That's how he.
Sir, who's valued at? What value? Who's valuing them?
And then he multiplies it by 2 times, or
you're a liar, dude. Now you're lying. Now you're doing sir. What you're doing is taking something that I explained to you about about what you do in order to EBITDA and 2 times trailing revenue as a price of something that you buy. Please don't use that calculation inaccurately. He's not giving them twice what they're getting paid by other people. If you gave Canelo Alvarez twice what he was making for other people, you're now 3 times. You're now talking about $150 million.
60 million.
You're just making up numbers.
You
don't have any proof behind that whatsoever that he's paying that money.
But no, we don't know anything about any numbers, though.
Then what? No, yes, we do know some things about numbers.
We just know the gate numbers. That's it.
Sir, then we also know what their guaranteed purse is, and we know that for sure that Canelo Alvarez said he don't need them, and Gervonta Davis said he don't need them either.
I agree they don't need them, but if they
what are you trying to force them on them for?
If they want to make more money, they got to go to Turkey.
They're not going to make – look, if they don't need him, then why are you pressing him on people that don't need him?
I was just giving my opinion. I thought it was more reasonable.
And here I'm giving you my question. Why are you trying to force Turkey Al-Sheikh on people that don't need him?
Because he pays big money.
No, they're not paying him any more money than they're already getting.
Yes, he's going to pay them more
Sir,
money
no,
than they make.
because if he owns the fight, guess what he owns? He owns the publishing right on the videos. He owns the international rights and the money that comes from the pay-per-views internationally. If there's a tremendous upside on the fight, they don't get any money on the upside of the fight if they overdo it. And just so you know, guarantees can be written as advances. Where if he doesn't make a certain amount of money, then he doesn't have to pay you the money he said he guaranteed. He's only guaranteed if you make a certain threshold.
Right. That's all stuff that we're.
First of all, bro, let's get some shit straight. The PBC does not need Turkey Al-Sheikh at all.
As an organization,
they don't need him. You know when they work with him? They can work with him and any other promoter when they're not putting on a card themselves and they have other fighters that are not going to be on their cards, they can fight on his cards.
So that
because
means
guess
they
what?
Need that means they need him.
No, that doesn't mean that they need him.
Then why are their fighters fighting?
You don't know, bro. If I go out and I meet a girl, I don't necessarily need her. I may want to her because there may be some benefit in it, but I may not need it.
So what do you call that?
What do I call it? Is if you do something that's in my interest, maybe I'll consider it. I'll do it or maybe I won't. You're optional. You know what that is? Being optional. You're like, okay, cool. That's an option. Turkey Al-Sheikh's an option. He doesn't need, dude. Al Heyman has a bank. They have banks.
I'm not doubting Al Heyman or anything.
Do you know that they don't have more money? You do know that Turkey Al-Sheikh doesn't have more money does not have more money than the banking system in the United States.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So therefore, if they can get a bank, if they have a history of getting advances from a bank to upfront money for fights, and then they return the profit and pay the money back to the bank with profit, they don't need Turkey Al-Sheikh.
You mean like with Waddell and Reed?
Like every fight I thought you were a business major.
I know, but I'm just getting your.
I know. No. Are you a business major or were you lying to me?
Are you trying to insult me, man? Yeah.
No, I'm asking you a serious question because obviously you don't know the difference between somebody investing in your company. That's what Waddell Reed did. Excuse me.
I thought
Waddell and Reed is an investment banking firm. They invest.
So it wasn't a loan. Okay.
No, it's an investment banking firm.
Okay.
Do you know what an investment banking firm does?
Yeah. They invest in.
What do they do?
Yeah, they invest in your company.
So why are you talking about that?
I thought it was a loan. That they took a loan.
No, you didn't. How do you think it's a loan when it's an investment banking firm? And no, you did not think it was a loan because I've had this conversation with you at least 5 times and where we talked about it.
At least
and every time you bring this shit up, you act like you don't know. And then I tell you, then you say, "Oh, well, I didn't know that." This is at least the 5th time that I've explained to you the difference between an investment and a loan.
According to my source, it wasn't. So that at least
you don't have a source. You don't have a source. That shit's in the fucking newspaper, bro. And it's been in the newspaper for 7 years. Rick Glazier's the one that keeps saying that he needs to repay an investment. So, since we're not talking about investments, we're talking about loans. They go to a bank for something called a line of credit. You know, the same thing that the Saudi Arabian government goes to when they want money. You know that they're not cutting the money out of their own. They're not like writing a check, right? You realize most likely they're not writing a check. They're having a bank move the money over there. Even in Saudi Arabia, they will get that money from a bank. Just like in America. You do know that, right?
I'm sure that's
you do know that the royal prince of Saudi Arabia is not writing a personal check, right?
I mean, I don't know how their government works.
No, yes, you do, because it's the department. No, because it's the defense. It's the defense department. Turkey Al-Sheikh works for the military.
I don't know if they have a democracy or not. I don't know.
Dude, they have a bank. It doesn't matter if it's a monarchy or not. They have a bank. Their money is the Saudi Arabia money is not inside of a cave with Aladdin's lamp. It's in a bank. They have banks.
That was a reasonable conversation, man. I appreciate it. I thought.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Please don't come back here again repeating the same thing.
With Turkey out sheep?
Yeah, no, specifically the same thing where you act like you don't know that Waddell and Reed is an investment banking firm.
Well, you know,
please
my
do
source.
not try to. The next time you come by, do not conflate a loan and an investment again.
Well, you know,
because
my source.
This is at least the 5th time you've done it. At least the 5th time you did it. So will you agree not to do that again?
Yeah, we won't be talking about that. Waddell and Reed. Yeah.
No. I'm asking, will you please never pretend again that you do not know that Waddell and Reed did not make a loan to the PBC? They made an investment.
From what you said, yes, I do.
No, not from what I said. Investment banking firms do not make loans. Banks make loans.
Yes, since it's an investment banking firm, then yes, it's an investment.
It's an investment. It's not a loan. And when you get investments, you don't have to repay investments. They get a chunk of what you make in ownership in your company. They may take over controlling interest if they pay a little bit more.
Yeah,
so
right.
Please don't spread any more of that Rick Glazier propaganda at me again. You've done it at least 5 times.
All right. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time. Good talking to you, though, by the way. All right.
Blaze, how can I help you, sir?
Peace, brother. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, sir.
All right. Thank you. I got a little new setup. I got my own podcast myself, so I got me a setup as far as trying to figure out.
I know that when I see you set up like that.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
what's on your mind, Blaze?
Real quick, I do want to ask you on the technical aspect. What type of camera you use?
I use a Canon. No, I'm not a Canon. A Sony. Fuck. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll answer the question. Hold on. It's a Sony ZV-10.
Okay, for sure. I'm just getting, tech.
No, it's the best. It's a great camera.
I see it's crispy.
Microphone.
I see it's crispy. Yeah, most definitely. I got like a Samsung or something decent, but
I do the Shure. But what's on your mind, man? But yeah, the camera is that's the camera you want to get.
Absolutely. And I just want to say, man, I appreciate your show. I appreciate the content you create. And I see that you're ramping up the commitment as far as you're getting a return on your investment, right? To continue to, do what you do as it's being feasible for you. And then, like I said, what I love about your show, just coming on the show, is I love, how you talk about the business and how you talk about the business accurately. And I think that's important. I think that's important for a lot of us, right? Because, I think we all need to have a base level of financial literacy, for ourselves to be successful, especially if you have a family. And then also, when we're talking about looking forward, when we're talking about creating some type of generational wealth, it's important that you have a rudimentary understanding of some business, or you have some individuals who are able to manage, you be able to create assets for yourself, for your family, for your community, and for others. So I really appreciate that. And so getting into it, it's like, that's what I also love about your platform, is that I think you're unique in the sense of you try to give an accurate account of the business aspect of boxing. But as we all know, from my experience, I'm a paralegal at a firm that does criminal justice work. I'm also an interim executive director of a community-based nonprofit organization. And so what I do understand, right, is that when we talk about the business and we don't see the contract, we don't know the details, right? And we only see from the outside looking in. And at best, we can speculate, unless just given what they divulge, certain clauses in contracts and agreements we can discuss, like rehydration clauses. If we see a percentage split, right? If we see certain, clauses as far as the gloves, ring size, etc., right? But when we're talking about turkey and we're talking about bud, we're talking about PBC and all that, we don't really get the whole necessarily all the aspects of the particular business and contract. And if the money, if they put on an event, if it was economically successful for them with the amount of money that they put in and the return that they got out of it, right? And so I say that to say is like, I'm only 38, So I don't consider myself super old school. I think the roles and responsibilities, and I think I do, it makes me feel like I got an old soul as I'm rotating with getting wisdom from my elders to kind of figure out these things in a leadership position. But I just remember back in the day when we was talking about boxing, we didn't talk about none of this. And with the business and this money has what it looks like to me is because it morphed into the entertainment side. We look at boxing like we look at popular music, where the metric is like how many albums you sold, right? And you just because you sell the most albums and be the number one artist don't mean you are the best quality artist. Like it's the best music that came out. You possibly could have had the machine behind you to generate that type of revenue, right? And that's what I'm thinking is getting conflated with the boxers that we're looking at that are great, that are at the top, and conflating with how much money they can bring in their gate. When it's like, hey, if you take that away, when we're talking about looking at who they're fighting, who the hardcore fans and who really look at want to see fight, the skill set of the individual fighters that they fight. Now everybody has opinion and can call anybody a bum who lace up the ring, when it's like, no, when these guys get up to a championship bouts, they have some substance as far as skill, irregardless of how you feel about, whether they're bums in comparison to your favorite boxer, right? Especially if they're 2-time, 3-time champions and you think they're not the best or top tier, like someone of the likes of Sean Porter, right? Who was a very great fighter, right? And so, I think that's just my opinion right now is like, we all get caught up, and then social media, right? We all get caught up of talking about fights between fights. Remember back in the day, we just had to wait. There wasn't no platform for people to give their opinions and everybody get their random opinions, and influencers to just talk about random stuff and false opinions and for fake news, all in between a fight that colors and influences when you actually see the greats get in the ring. We used to just have to wait for the event to build up, get in the ring, watch the fight. And I think boxers were appreciated more when there was less exposure, right? You know how it is. You know how they say, the less you're seen, the more you can develop value, right? Scarcity can create value and appreciation for what you're seeing. And so I think that's what I'm getting at right now. And just getting into what I want to talk about. Like I said, it's fight week, right? It's fight week. It's Thursday. Crawford's fight Madrimov. There's a great undercard with all those other fighters as well. And I'm just really interested in, and grateful that we have a great Saturday night of boxing, regardless of what the numbers do, regardless of the promoters and all of that. And so, like I said, I'm really looking forward to see what Bud looks like at 154. I do want your opinion on the fight as far as the size of Bud and Madrimov. So Bud's rocking these baggy ass sweatpants, right? The sweatsuits, right?
Yeah.
And then you're looking at these videos and you thinking Madrimov is looking like the real live Ivan Drago, right? And then, but when you see him stand up, you see there's a height advantage. And then I'm pretty sure when they step in there, when they peel off and step on that weight scale, when either do official weigh-in or the ceremony weigh-in, when we get to see what they look like on Friday, I think we about to start having a bunch of excuses about Bud cherry picking a smaller opponent, right? When ironically he's coming up from 154, and I really think Bud is going to be a technical master as he always in, dissecting Madrimov style, taking away what he's good at, and definitely countering his tendencies. So what is your take on how you think the fight's come in? Because that's what I think Bud's going to do, and I think he's going to stop him.
I think Terence is going to knock him out, and they're going to move on to the next. I just think it's or he'll win at the very least, and they'll move on to the next. And I mean, the real fights for Bud are the ones that he's going to do after that. I don't see
Charlo.
No, I mean,
it's at 154.
More than likely,
Spence, Charlo.
No,
right? Unification, right?
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
No worries. The person that he's going to fight next is the highest likelihood of who he would fight next would be Sebastian Fundora is the highest likelihood, even though Sebastian's probably going to fight Arrow. But then I think Terence Crawford will probably take the winner of that after that fight takes place. And unless, of course, the WBO strips Fundora, and then they just elevate him, but I don't think that will change and make him fight. I think he just would get elevated to the championship, and it still would be the winner of that fight. Charlo, I think, is in position if Charlo can force a mandatory on Terence, but I don't think Terence is really looking at Charlo. But the fight that he wants with Canelo, I don't think Canelo's next because I just don't think Canelo's going to fight him.
Yeah, I don't think either. I think at this particular point, like with the latter stage of Canelo's career, and you're talking about arguably pound for pound number one, I don't think Canelo wants that smoke. And I think he looks at the upside and risk and reward as far as where he's trying to get his money, just like Terence is looking at Boots and saying what he's saying. And so I would love to see Boots versus Bud. And so I think the pathway to that is Boots coming up, Boots getting the belt at 154 and looking to unify. Or if they can do it, if there's somehow the stars can align where, like you said, if Bud can fight Fundora or Spence, grab another belt, they come up, possibly get close to some type of undisputed at 154. That's wishful thinking, but at the very least, a unification. And I think it would I don't know how Turkey, I don't know what their business is on how they can get the money right for both of them, for definitely for Bud, right? If Turkey can get the money right for Bud, then it makes sense if Boots continues on his path to bring his exposure up as far as being, one of the all-time greats, for Bud to be like, hey, this looks like a good fight, right, for me to take. But the question is that Bud at 37, as he says, he's never drank, he never spoke. He's a different type of 37-year-old athlete.
And there ain't no such thing as a different type of 37-year-old when you fighting a 26-year-old.
Okay, okay, all right. Let me know that. But
there's a different type of 36-year-old when they fighting other 36-year-olds, and he may age a little bit slower, but he ain't no 25-year-old kid, man. Them dudes mighty springy.
Listen, I'm 38 now, and I know, and I'm still pretty good in shape, and I know there's a difference, right? And so, but my thing is like we watched Floyd fight a young Canelo, right? And they with 40-something fights under his belt, with Canelo with 40-something fights under his belt in his 20s, and he was in his mid-30s, and he looked phenomenal. So, like you said, I'm interested to see if Bud really believes in himself to take that fight, because I think there's enough cause. I think the money's there now. And then I think now you got to realize this Bud actually ducking him because he's an older fighter coming up against somebody in his prime. My opinion is I think Bud can beat him. I think Bud can beat him with experience. I think Bud has what it takes. But at the same time, I think Boots really is like his most formidable opponent with his youthfulness, but also with the skill set that he had. If Boots was able to take him serious, I don't think he took his last opponent serious because he didn't have to. I think he just ran through him. I'm talking about the approach of how he got him out of there, right? He didn't focus on any type of defense. He didn't respect his power. He ran straight forward and just bulldozed him, right? I don't think he approached that fight with Bud. I've seen, Boots' skill set to where he has the defensive acumen and to mix it with his offense and switch stances and, understand his opponent to be a very formidable opponent against Bud. And so, that's just my take. I'm just grateful that, like Bud's finally active outside of the getting caught up in that rematch clause with Spence and being stretched out, figuring out what his options is. And then he's back in the ring. He's competing for a championship. And it seems like his next bout will always be lined up to solidify his legacy, right? So he's moving up. This will be a bout where he's 4-weight division champion. He's talking about going to 168 if he was to get the Canelo fight. Even if he wasn't to do that, he could possibly go to 160 and be 5 division. He could unify at 154. He could possibly get the fight with Canelo. So I think, at the end of the day, when we talk about the business of fighting, this is a grown man fighting at the highest level, controlling his destiny. And, it seems like apparently how he lives his life with his wife, which is a great, emulator for me as far as, having all his kids, being with his wife, having a good family team, not drinking, not smoking, living a clean lifestyle, and also in every interview imparting wisdom on, generational wealth and how to conduct himself as a professional and just as a black man out here in this world. And so, I got much respect for Bud. I got much respect for every boxer who laces his up and fights at a high level. And so I'm just grateful to just be at this age, be resourced to be able to witness this fight. And I will be paying for the fight. I know people will be still in the fights.
All right, bro. I got to roll, bro. I got to roll.
All right, peace.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Come back again, man. I like chopping up with you, man. We're going to do the politics talk this afternoon if you're not subscribed to MH Blackwell. We over there too.
I'm on. What time are you going to be on?
We probably going to come on. I'm Central. I think somewhere around 2 o'clock.
All
Somewhere
right,
right around there, man.
I might
Just
be in a
playing
meeting
in
or
the background.
something, but I'll pop in if I can.
Yeah, for sure. But I appreciate you, Blaze. You take care, sir.
All right, thanks, brother.
All right, man. Anytime, man. Yeah, man. I like the young man, man. Smart young man. Smart young man, bro. Smart young man. Bud fan to the core. We got an hey, where you at, Rick Timms? We got another Bud. We got some more Bud buddies in here, man. We got some well-spoken Bud buddies around this joint. Bro, Marcus Yazler, you're wild. Canelo could be outboxed. I mean, look, bro. I don't think Terence Crawford is Floyd Mayweather Jr., and I don't think Canelo is Gervonta. Dude, Gervonta is a lot more talented than Canelo is. And the only thing I would say about that is, first of all, Gervonta is a lot more talented than Canelo. To me, my naked eyes, remembering Canelo and Gervonta look like he's a different level fighter than Canelo. No joke. Like, he looks better than Canelo. And I don't think Terence Crawford is as good as as Floyd. So I think it's tough, man. What up, Fanon? Love your show. Helps me through my workday. Thank you, man. Buttercream everywhere. Yeah, man. Well, thank you for checking me out. Thank you for checking me out. We've been on here for 3 hours. We up here every day. What up, Bumpy? Yeah, but I do like that fight with Boots and Bud, man. Bud is a great fighter, man. Don't get me wrong. Please do not think that I know Bud is a great fighter, man. I know he's a great fighter. But Bud is a bit of an asshole. That's just my take. Boxing Hacker, your stream is split between both your channels, Fanon. How do you think it got that way? Boxing Hacker, did you think I did not know that? Did you think I didn't know that? I'm getting my watch hours up on MH Blackwell. I need watch time, dog, over on MH Blackwell. You know what I mean? I trying to have two outlets, man. And then we're going to have that good political talk over there, man. Okay, I didn't know it was by design. Yeah, dog, that shit ain't accidental, man. That shit ain't accidental. Hell no, I got to get my watch time up over there, bro. It's almost as if it's by design. Exactly. It's not a hack of the algorithm. I'm literally broadcasting on both channels. Shout out to BFTB. BFTB was the first person that I saw did that. That had it going on 2 streams. And I got to do one this afternoon because for real, man, I like talking politics. I just don't want to do it over here all the time because it does move people away and you got to stop the conversation a lot. Hack the algorithm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not hacking it. Don't get me in trouble now. Nah, man, I'm legitimately over on that channel, and it's a policy that YouTube says is fine. YouTube will let you allow other YouTube channels to cast your live stream on their YouTube channel. They don't consider that to be an issue. So, but I'm gonna do that. I'll probably do it for a little while, but eventually I'll cut it out, and it'll just be totally separate. But make sure you guys go. Hey, would somebody mind putting the link to the channel over there? Canelo, hey, what's going on, Wesley Copeland? I'm chilling, brother. What up with you, man? I'm about to get off here, though. What up, brother? I'm chilling, man. Chilling, man. Fuck. Wow. Okay, dope. That shit is dope. All right, man. But look, yes, sir. Hey, go subscribe to MH Blackwell over there, man. Let me see if I can get 3 subscribers over on MH Blackwell real fast. We getting closer to we're really getting closer to 2,000 over there. That's dope. Yes. I can't move your wrench over there, Savage Killer Queen. You have to actually go over there. You have to comment on that page to get one. So no, I can't move it over to your main page, to the main page, because you're not on the main page. But look, I'm going to get out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. I greatly appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. Hold on. Oh, dog. Man, let me tell you something, man. Turkey Al-Sheikh is bitching these boys, is what he doing. That shit is some crazy shit. I'm not fucking around with Saudi Arabia, bro. Hold on. I didn't get. Oh, that's over on X. My bad. Hold on one second. Okay, I see. Oh, hell yeah. Turkey be bitching these dudes. And you know the crazy thing is, he has his hand in the upward position all the time. Well, hey, I'll talk about that later. You will never see Al Heyman out there doing that shit. Nah. And dude, don't tell me, oh, it's brotherhood. Yes, that's brotherhood everywhere. Holding hands means brotherhood everywhere. But there are subtleties, like people want to act like because he's from Saudi Arabia that doesn't mean what it means in the U.S. Yes, it does. Every time you hold somebody's hand, it means brotherhood, sisterhood, family. It means it every time. When a man and a woman walk down the street holding hands, that means that they are one, they're family. It's respect, it's brotherhood, it's sisterhood between the two. But watch this. Hey, if there's a man and a woman, anybody in here have a woman in the room with them? Does any man have a woman in the room with them where they can do an experiments with me? Listen to this. We did. Maybe you can't do it. Do this on your own time. My wife and I and my niece is at the house, right? And I held hands with my wife. And you know how you have your hand on, the man has the hand on top? And you got somebody's you're either holding hands like this, like you're either holding hands like this or you're holding hands like this. When I did that with my wife, okay, so hold hands with your wife like you're walking. Notice your hand will be on top. Your palm will be facing up and her palm will be facing down. Her hand will be facing up. Your hand will be facing up. Hers will be facing down. Her palm will be facing down. And this is the crazy thing. If you switch with your wife, she's not going to feel comfortable and you're not going to feel comfortable. She will feel uncomfortable holding your hand with her hand on top. I guarantee you, your woman will feel uncomfortable with her hand on top. And you will feel very uncomfortable with your hand below. And I'm talking about physically uncomfortable. Like your wife, if she's holding your hand like that, she'd be like, that's too tight on my elbow. Like that's the reaction I got from my niece and my wife. They were like, oh, I don't like that because it feels funny on my elbow. It's like I'm turning my hand over. And when I had my hand like this, I was like, oh, I don't like how that feels. It's making me turn my lower shoulder in. You don't do it. Men do not do that. Women don't do that. Women do not like to hold your hand from the top. So you are doing something that is very male, female there when you have a man with their hand underneath like this. So do not tell me that, bro. Okay, you clean it up. You explained it incorrectly at first. Ramification, what are you talking about? I cleaned what up? I'm trying to make it make sense to you, brother. You have to walk on the correct side of your queen. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. With you on the right and them on the left, that shit does not work. And Turkey Al-Sheikh is always on the male side. Yeah, he said, I'm telling you, that shit doesn't feel right to women. And the woman will be like, ugh. And it is not even about. Fanon, that's normal stuff in Asia, shaking hands. Stupid. It's normal to shake hands in America. And Saudi Arabia is not in Asia. Is Saudi Arabia Asia? Saudi Arabia is not even in Asia. Yeah, it's palms up for females. No, it's just men are not, that's not natural to men, bro. It's in Asia. Let me see. I never knew. Was it Saudi Arabia's in Asia? Let me see. Or is it like Asia, like, or is it, man, that shit ain't in, man, Saudi Arabia is not in Asia, bro. Saudi Arabia is right up next to, man, Saudi Arabia is right up next to Egypt. That shit ain't in Europe. What are you talking about? Why would you, ain't in Asia? What? You just call any old shit Asia. Dude, Iran is in Asia. That's a peninsula, fuckboy. That's called a fucking peninsula. Okay? That shit is called a fucking peninsula, homie. That's a peninsula that is connected by land to Africa. That shit is connected by land to Africa. I have never heard Kuwait or United Arab Emirates being referred to as Asia. That's Arabia. That's the Middle East. That's Asia. That's not Asia. That is, get the fuck out of here, bro. No, okay. All right, let me ask you a question. Is Europe in Asia? Is Europe in Asia? Is Europe in Asia? Oh, yes, it is. Obviously, it is. It's just as connected to Asia as Saudi Arabia is. Dude. Let me break this to you fucking buffoons. Okay? A continent is a distinct landmass in and of itself. I'm about to do this for y'all fucking idiots. Let me break this to you, brother, and I'm going to do this and then I'm going to leave. For everybody that wants to ask me if I know geography, yes, I did. Bro, technically my ass, bro. You guys fall for any shit. I don't care what they say, bro. Dude. What continent is this? All of this? Spain, France, Germany, Russia. How is Poland not in Asia, but Kazakhstan is? Please explain to me why Germany is in Asia, why Kazakhstan is in Asia, but Germany is not. It's the same landmass, dog. How in the world is Finland not in Asia, but Russia is? How is Russia in Europe, but Mongolia is not? How in the world? This is not an independent. There's nothing about this body that is separate from each other. You can walk from Germany to Ukraine. How is Ukraine in Europe, but Kazakhstan's in Asia? How? Like I said, Arabia's in the Middle East, bro. That shit is right there. Saudi Arabia is right up next to Africa, bro. It's right up next to Egypt. No, it's not called. It's still called Europe. Europe is not its own continent. It's not its own distinct landmass. And Asia, if it's either all Asia or it's not. It's either all Asia or it's not. And guess what? It's not even shaped like that. But anyway, I'm out of here. That's when I say you consider that. What's going on, Wesley Copeland? You consider that to be Asia? Whatever, man. Sure. Saudi Arabia is in the Middle East, bro. In Nigeria, guys can hold hands like it's nothing, but in the U.S., you don't normally hold hands. Bro, you're not going to walk down the street and hold hands. Dumbass, I'm not changing any facts, bro. Europe has never been a continent, dude. It's never been a continent. It is a fucking peninsula, just like this is a peninsula. Stupid. Admit when I'm wrong. I'm not admitting when I'm wrong. I know what a fucking continent is. If I move this continent over here, if you look at Europe and you look at Florida, what is the damn difference, bro? I'm not debating that with your stupid ass. Dude, go away. Hey, I was about to say, I ain't never seen no Africans holding hands, bro. How are you going to smoke me in geography, you fucking idiot, when I got a map? I gotta go because I'm getting infected by stupidity. Look, sir, you cannot beat me in geography, bro, because I got a map. There's a map right there. And see how right here, Ukraine and Spain and Portugal and United Kingdom and Ireland are all connected by land to Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan. You see how it's all one landmass up there? How Finland and Kazakhstan, Finland and Russia are all on the same land? But yet you say that this is a different continent. It's a different continent once you get to Ukraine and Belarus and Poland. Well, if that's the case, then why aren't we in a new continent when we get to Florida? When Florida is clearly hanging out on the water, just like Europe is, just like Europe, it's hanging off Asia, just like Europe is, but for some reason, Florida is not a continent. It's just a peninsula. Sir, this is called a fucking peninsula. Spain is on a peninsula. France is on a peninsula. Italy is on a peninsula. Greece is on a peninsula. The Netherlands, Germany, these guys are all on a peninsula. The peninsula is connected to the main landmass, which is all of this shit called Russia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, China, India. This is the main continent. This, sir, is a fucking peninsula. Mister, you're going to smoke me in geography. Obviously, you don't know what the fuck a peninsula is. Yeah, you're out of here, bro. They divide one landmass into two continents. That shit's called a peninsula. Dumbass, that shit's called a peninsula. Nigga, you lose. Anyway, you lose. That shit's a peninsula. But because it's your peninsula, but because it's a European peninsula, it's its own landmass. And let's not forget the question of who decided what is where on exactly. This shit ain't even accurate. This shit ain't even accurate, dude. Do you know how much bigger this shit is? Watch this shit. Look at how they got it represented. Look at Texas, right? See Texas? Did you know that Texas, almost all of this shit over here can fit in Texas? Hold on, let me see something. Look at this crazy shit. Almost all of Germany, almost all of of that shit fits in Texas, bro. But on this map, they got Germany. They got Germany bigger than Texas, even though you can fit all of Germany and most of Europe in there. Yeah, I know nothing about the map I'm looking at, Robera. Fuck out of my face, bro. I'm looking at a goddamn map. Okay? I'm literally looking at a map, bro, and you're telling me I don't know anything about geography. I'm looking at the map, stupid. That's the geography laid right there for you. But I'm out of here. Much love. So you can fit so much of Europe in Texas. It's actually insane to think about it. Yeah, get the. I got a map in front of me, but I don't know geography. Anyway, I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful day. Deuces. Thank y'all for your support immensely. Peace.